in the spotlight, hit that light. No cap, no filter, we take flight. Saints on the rise, got that energy. Tune in to our podcast, feel that synergy. New Orleans pride, we never fall. Subscribe to the vibes, we bombard. Subscribe, hit that bell, join the hype train. No cap, no filter, we breaking every chain. In the heart of the city, Saints reign supreme. Live the dream, we living it clean. Yo, Bean Camara run that play. Crystal Lava flying, making waves every day. Take some heels, switch it up, always on the go. Cam joining the fans, putting on a show. Doing Mario with time, bringing that heat. Shahid's got the speed, can't accept defeat. Subscribe, hit that bell, join the hype train. No cap, no filter, we breaking every chain. In the heart of the city, Saints reign supreme. Live the dream, we living it clean. So stay tuned. Don't miss this ride with the Saints by side, we take pride.
All right, what up, Who That Nation? This is No Cap, No Filter Saints. I'm your host, Marley G. And once again, we got my main man, Brian, back on the show, man. What's good, Brian?
What's good, fam? Let's get it on. I know we got a lot to talk about in a little bit of time to do it.
Yeah, man, let's go ahead on and get it started, man. I got you for 10 minutes starting right now. Let me go ahead on and get it in real quick, man. What's your thoughts on the game, bro? You was right, I was wrong. The Broncos came up in here. It was a masterclass by Sean Payton and Dennis Allen starting defense. I know Adebo had got out, and I know Marshawn Lattimore had got out in the second half, but that starting defense, they was getting worked by Sean Payton. Outdated offense with little to no playmakers, man. What's your thoughts?
The Saints looked like hooded Jude, man. Straight pussy. I mean, it was bad tonight. It was, absolutely awful. They got their asses beat, which is about exactly what happened to his ass if I ever ran into him. Other than that, it's a whole, man, look, it went exactly how I thought it would go. It was Sean Payton doing exactly what I thought he would, basically dissecting Dennis Allen's defense, showing him the difference between the master and the student. And it, again, it went exactly how I thought it would. Sean Payton knew the holes in the flaws in Dennis Allen's defense. He exposed them. He took a bit of a blueprint out of everybody else's book because he ran straight in the middle of the Saints defense, which is where they're most vulnerable. For as much as Brian Brzee, shows flashes here and there of a pass rush, he's been absolutely, horrible against the run. And you have nobody on who's opposite him, whether it be a Nathan Shepard, a Colin Saunders. If they want to try Christian Boyd, it doesn't matter who they put there. Nobody seems to be working out as far as being able to stop the run in the middle, and that's exactly where Denver attacked.
Yeah, man. I'm surprised they even had more ex-Saints on their team than I expected. Like, we all knew the common guys that they have on their team, that's ex-Saints players, but I didn't even know they had Quan Alexander. I forgot that they did have Jordan Jackson, and they had Malcolm Brown. Like, I've been saying, we've been missing Malcolm Brown when it comes to the run game for years, and that motherfucker been on their team the whole time. I ain't even know that shit.
And then up pops Lucas Kroll, who seems to be somewhat decent tight end after all, because he stayed open tonight.
Wide open. It was some plays where they were just wide open, like Sean schemed them open, and just Bo Nix couldn't make the plays when they was wide open, but when they was covered, Bo Nix hit them pinpoint accuracy. I'm like, what the hell? But man, you mentioned Brian Brzee, can't stop the run in the middle. We tried stopping the run and all that with Nathan Shepard and Colin Saunders. That ain't work. Brian Brzee, we was hoping he pans out. His spin move is seeming like it's not working even when it comes to the pass rush. Is it time to just, we move everybody else around. Should we move Brian Brzee and put him in since he's not getting much push when it comes to the run, or it's just too early to just even make that move?
No, and plus I don't think he has the athleticism to be able to play on the outside. I don't think that helps you at all. And not to mention that, but you already have Chase Young and Carl Granderson out there, and you rotate Cam Jordan in. So it's almost it's a moot point to even try that. What you need to do is find either one, teach Brian Brzee how to play the run, because it's obviously all he heard about, coming into, the NFL was go rush the passer. And I think he's kind of taking that to heart. And I mean, even his effort against the run is not there. Or you have to put somebody on side of him that can stop the run. You find somebody, like you mentioned, Malcolm Brown. You find yourself a Malcolm Brown type to put next to him. And now that alleviates some of the pressure. And you can have Brian Brzee just go upfield and concentrate on one thing. Until then, now, I don't think moving him to the outside is going to help, but you better try to figure out something, because the run game, I mean, it was 200 plus rush yards by, early in the third quarter. That's unheard of, man. I mean, you get that kind of run game going. That means that's no effort on a defensive end. That means guys are just allowing themselves to either be bullied, or they're not playing with the effort because they don't want to play for the coach that they have.
All right. Speaking of that, they don't want to play the coach that they have. We have Twitter user She That We That on Saints Twitter. I think she has a lot of followers on Saints Twitter. Everybody.
Yes, she does. That's family right there. What's good, Hunt?
Yeah, she has a tweet. It got 136K views right now, and she said, "My Uber driver told me he picked up a Saints player, whom which I will not name, a defensive player in quotations." And the player told him that the locker room is in turmoil and the players want Dennis Allen gone. And I 1,000% believe him. What do you make of that tweet?
When you take that tweet, and of course, people can always look at it and say, well, it's just speculation. It's an Uber driver who's the cousin to the grocery store clerk, whose partner, delivers for UPS. You can look at it and say that if you want to and write it off. But when you look at the effort that the Saints are playing with, you couple that with, if you paid attention to the broadcast today, on the broadcast, Richard Sherman said the Saints are playing like a team that wants to get their coach fired. He didn't make that up. Richard Sherman, a former NFL player, former NFL star, he has the type of, cachet to where he can talk to the guys in the locker room. He's going to talk to a guy like a Marshawn, a Honey Badger, Paulson Adebo. He's going to talk to these secondary guys because he's a former guy himself in that position. He didn't come out of the blue and just said, they're playing like that. You couple that with all the information that's going on, the effort, the energy. You and I talked about it yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, on the idea of when I was on a program. The team came out flat in the second half against Tampa, almost to a point to where it looked like something took place in the locker room that made them say, you know what, we're done. So when you look at all of the evidence, it's very easy to say, yes, they want Dennis Allen fired. They do not want to play for him anymore. And they're trying to force Mickey Loomis's hand into saying, we're not going to play for this dude. So either you can, get rid of him and we try to right this ship, or we just going to keep on going out here and giving this half-ass effort and watch the ship, fall from underneath us and sink like the Titanic.
Before the season started, you predicted Dennis Allen pretty much is going to be safe. You said something really, I have to make a wrong turn in the season, just really have to go off the rails for his job just to be in jeopardy. 6 wins or less. He has a lot of these injuries. They still piling up. It's looking like a big old scapegoat for excuses. You got Adebo. He's got injured. It's looking like he might miss the rest of the season now. I'm pretty sure a lot of fans are probably happy about that. But, you still don't want to see a guy just get injured and took to the hospital immediately. But, with all these injuries and what Mickey Loomis said, look beyond the results on WWL. How do you feeling like? You think you having a change of heart? Like you think Mickey Loomis might make that change during the season after tonight?
I've never seen the Saints fire a coach in season. And I'm going to stick with that until look, there's always a first time for everything. So I really think it depends on what happens. I've always maintained the only thing that changes my opinion on that is if we get a report from Nick Underhill or Mike Triplett or Captain Terrell, one of these reporters, Ross Jackson, John Hendricks, if we get a report from one of these guys that tell us, and I want to add Matthew Paris as well. So if we get a report from one of those guys, or one of the ladies or whatever, and they come out and they say a fight broke out in the Saints locker room, that changes everything. Because now you've clearly lost the locker room, because under Sean Payton, that's not happening like that. Under Dennis Allen, you might get something like that. And if that takes place, then now you have to look at it and say, okay, you've clearly lost control, because there's no way your players respect you if they're doing that type of stuff. And if it's one fight that breaks out, probably more than one will break out, because once the testosterone starts getting like that, and I don't know if I'm not going to say you, but, for the listeners out there, if you've ever seen a bar fight, one bar fight always sparks a second one. Always. because the testosterone gets high, the emotions get going. You see one ball fight, chances are another one is coming out long after that. So if one locker room fight breaks out, a second one won't be that far behind. You've lost the locker room, they're done at that point. So that changes everything.
Speaking of fights, when it comes to being a Saints content creator, you just never run out of storylines and narratives and something to discuss. And it's looking like Jake not going out without a fight. Jake probably was in prevent defense, the Broncos looking to get up out of there. But Jake looked it pretty good on that last drive. We got a mini bye before the Chargers week. Uh, do you think it's a chance that they might go with Jake? Because when Dennis Allen said, "Oh yeah, we ain't got the quarterback QB2 is in the bag right now. We just gonna evaluate both of these guys." And when he said Rattler was gonna get the start against the Bucks, he was like, "Well, he's gonna be starting against the Bucks, and we're gonna see how he does, and we're gonna go from there." You get the sense that they might make a switch.
I do. And I think, you know what? I'm almost hopeful for it because I want to see Spencer gone before he's ruined. Like, take him out. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to see him play his way through it. I don't think you get better by being on the sidelines in no sport. Not basketball, not baseball, not football, not soccer. You don't get better by watching. You get better by actually going out there playing, learning the fact that, the speed of the game and stuff like that. But for those that want to see it, and Dennis Allen included, I want you to get everything you want. This season to me has been one of which, and we talked about it going into the offseason. I wanted to eliminate the excuses. Dennis Allen got his defensive coordinator one year, his offensive coordinator the next year. He's got his quarterback. It's like I want him to have every single thing he wants in order to succeed. Because when he fails, I want to be eliminated of the excuse, well, you didn't give me my guys. So if you want to see Jake Haener, by all means, put him out there. You got 10 days to get him right and put him out there. And I hope Jake Haener goes out there, and I hope he gets the same treatment that Spencer got and the same treatment Derek was getting. Because at some point, somebody has to realize it doesn't matter who's under center. It could be the great Drew Brees himself. It could be Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, hell, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, Warren Moon, Dan Marino, Joe Montana. You can roll them all into one. If you put them under Dennis Allen, they're going to flop.
If you was Mickey Loomis, how would you go about things, from this point on? Like if you were Mickey Loomis, like you got a chance to pick your coach, you got a chance to pick your coordinators, you got a chance to pick your, how would you want to attack the draft, assuming that we got like a middle pick or maybe a top 10 pick or something like that? Like what would your process be, and who is your cornerstone players that you will keep on this team? Like who are your untouchable players?
Right now, if I'm Mickey Loomis, the first move I make is I relieve Dennis Allen of his duties. I name Darren Rizzi as the interim head coach. I'll play out the rest of the season. I bench Derek Carr. I play Spencer Rattler, and I try to go to a more of a young movement. Now, unfortunately for Adebo in a contract year, he got a major injury. I really hope everything is good with him. If Kool-Aid was going to take his spot, I would have rather Kool-Aid take his spot out of poor play, not out of injury, not this type of injury anyway. So I'd start Kool-Aid. I'd also start Rico Payton. I try to start making my phone calls to see if I can move Marshawn Lattimore. I know it sounds crazy. He was out there balling, but Marshawn quit on Dennis Allen today. So you move Marshawn Lattimore. You start to move whatever parts you can that will fall under the salary cap constraints to where you can make a move. Because that's another part that's plaguing the Saints right now, the salary cap. They can, I believe, I want to say one have been one of those guys from OTC. I think it's Jason _OTC on Twitter. If you follow him, he's one of those salary cap, geeks that followed all of the numbers. The Saints have $75 million committed to next year already, meaning that you can trade Marshawn, you can trade Alvin Kamara, you can try to move Cam Jordan, Demario Davis, but it's still going to bite you in the ass because their money not going anywhere. It's only going to accelerate. So for me, I start focusing on what you said just now. Who are my core players? Marshawn is not one of my core players. Let me try to move him. Alvin is not one of my core players. Let me rest him. Let's fake an injury. You got the broken ribs. Let's call it what it is. Let's say you got injured in this game. There's no need for me to see Alvin. I know what he is. I want to evaluate my young guys so I can find out who's a part of my core. What I do know is I know who's not a part of my core. That's not Cam Jordan. It's not Demario Davis. It's not Tyrann Mathieu. It's not Alvin Kamara. Trevor Penning is a lost cause. That ship has sailed. But I'll play him until I can't play him anymore because I don't have any choices. Fuaga got his ass beat tonight. At some point, you got to realize he's not a left tackle. He played decent at the spot. Played decently. But today he got exposed yet again, and he got exposed against Tampa as well. So that's 2 games in a row. I'm realizing maybe you're not a left tackle. Natural right tackle your whole life. Somebody decided that they were way smarter. They was going to reinvent the wheel and put him at left tackle. I completely changed the dynamics of the O-line. I do not rush Eric McCoy back. He's not coming back. I mean, that's a cornerstone piece for me. One of the best offensive linemen in the game. So I tend to keep on to that. Chase Young, I play him until he falls apart. Carl Granderson, that's one of my core pieces moving forward. So, I mean, Brian Brzee, core piece. I want to see what I have in him. I start playing some of the younger guys, the Christian Boys, the Jalen Fords, the Anthony Orgies. I start playing some of these guys. Pete Warner as well. You just gave him a contract. You better find out what you have him in at middle linebacker.
Is Olave your cornerstone piece?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The problem with that is I'm concerned about his health, because how many concussions are you going to have before I have to realize, okay, your brains might be turning into soup up there. So, I mean, I like him moving forward. I keep him, but I'm not in a rush to give him that long-term extension. What I'm more along the lines of doing is giving him that 5th year, picking up his 5th year option to see what I have in that. But
maybe he could wear that Guardian cap, and maybe we could get something for Chase, man. I know Detroit. I know they just had the star pass rusher win out. Like, maybe we could get something for Chase, man. I don't know.
You try to make that move. You at least right now. If I'm the Saints, I'm making a whole lot of phone calls, and if I'm the Saints, I'm fielding a whole lot of phone calls, because at this point the season is over. You might as well start looking at you might as well start looking at being sellers instead of trying to be a buyer. I saw one of my homies on Twitter. He was saying that the Saints should look at Mike Williams, who's going to be cut from the Jets. For what? He can't stop the run. He can't help you on offense enough for you to he's not. Mike Williams is not making you a contender. What are you wasting the draft picks for? Especially if you're a team that's going to need all the help you can get, because you have to rebuild the roster. Now, do the Saints hit on that draft picks? Hell no, not like they should. They've been living off the 2017 draft for years now. But you need the draft capital. Even if you want to use those 3rd round and 4th round picks to move up in a draft, you need to do something, because you've got to replenish a roster that's old and talentless in a lot of spots.
Yeah, man. Like, I think the best thing that can happen is it's looking like we gonna be the next year's Chargers probably. The Chargers, they had a pretty decent roster, but they got the coach fired. The players literally got the coach fired. They brought in a good coach, and they looking like they pretty stable. They just need a few playmakers on offense, and I think the Saints is the same way. But man, I'm gonna go ahead and let you get up out of here. But one last thing before you get up out of here, man, what's your last thoughts on the state of this team, and like what's your last words for any of the optimistic fans out there that just still trying to hold on to hope that things could shake back and we'll get Derek Carr back, we'll get McCoy back, we'll get Taysom Hill back. The only guys we got out for the season looking like it's probably Debo and Rashid Shaheed. Like, what's your words of encouragement to them, or like what's your words of just give me some words that you have for that side of the fan base that just they just hurting right now, man.
I'm gonna start with the first part you said, which is I guess my last words when it comes to New Orleans Saints. It's time. It's time to make a move. Go scorched earth if you have to. Burn it all down. I mean, sometimes you got to burn something down to build it back up, and that's exactly the state that they should be in right now. I spoke on it yesterday. I'm gonna speak on it again today. The Saints made moves this offseason as if they were really a legitimate playoff contender, and that they were just a piece or two away from being, kind of catapulting them into the Super Bowl contention. They were never that. They were always the team that we saw that needed to win 5 out of the last 6 against the worst teams in the NFL. The only difference is between last year and this year is now you're actually seeing the mirrors being held up to your face. You are one of the worst teams in the NFL. And if you're going to beat up on bad teams, good, but you have to also remember you're a bad team. So, the pendulum swings both ways. As far as those optimistic Saints fans, man, I'll say this. If you're holding on to any, and your boy is one of them. I'm just, I mentioned his name when I first came on the show. He's one of those super optimistic fans. At what point do you start to, does reality sit in? You're not on a 5-game losing streak. You're not going to win 10 in a row. Let's just call that what it is. So for you to think you're going to be a 12-win team is just asinine at this point. Now you're just being ridiculous. For you to think you're going to be an 11-win team because you're not going to win, 10 out of 11 or whatever it is left. You're not winning that. That's not you're not going to win 10 in a row. You're not going to win 9 out of 10. You'll be lucky if you win 8 out of 10 based on the schedule. Because again, you can't say, well, we're a good team. We'll beat the bad teams because you are a bad team. Let reality sit in for a second. no matter how much your optimism is there, the only optimism you need to be focused on is trouble don't last always. You don't have to worry about this being one of those situations to where the Saints will be a bottom feeder for the next 5 years. That they have talent, they'll have the cap once they start, getting rid of some of these older players and dealing with the cap a little bit more. And you can always look forward to the future, but the future ain't now. So if you want anything to be optimistic about, let that be the idea of there are some good young head coaches out there, potential head coaches that the Saints could get to move forward with this franchise. You don't even want a defensive coach again at this point. Get you somebody innovative on offense who can find a defensive guy, because that's the way that the league is trending. Most defensive coaches don't make it. And the only reason why they do, they hire the best offensive minds that they are. DeMeco Ryans is a good young coach. It helps that he has, the San Francisco cast around him. So, I mean, if you want to look forward to the future, or you want something to be optimistic about, that's what it is. It's not this team. It's not this year. 2024 ain't your year. 2025 is looking bleak.
Well, man, sometimes you just got to look beyond the results. That's all I can say, man.
And sometimes you got to pop out and show them.
Yeah, sometimes you got to pop out and show them, bro.
But keep doing what you're doing, Maul.
Yeah, in the words of Saints Hall of Fame head coach, future Hall of Fame head coach, Brian, keep doing what you're doing, man. Thanks for coming on the show, bro.
I appreciate you, brother. Look, don't never apologize for winning, Maul. Don't never apologize for winning. It's hard to win in this league.
Hey, man, I'm going to Home Depot. I'm going to get my eggs. I'm about to get the chopping wood, man.
Hey, look, man. Look, you got to know Hank Stram. Bill Belichick. All these brothers started off slow.
Hey, I'm going to Home Depot, man. I'm going to get me a vacuum cleaner, bro. I got a lot of stuff to clean up, bro. I got a lot of stuff to clean up.
Bro, they're going to give us endless quotes, I promise.
But I ain't no beat, bro. Thanks for coming on, bro.
Anytime, my G. Salute, fam.
Yeah, man. That was Brian, man. Damn, I forgot to give him his Twitter handle, man, so y'all can follow him on Twitter. But if y'all on Twitter, man, if y'all want to follow Brian, bro, go ahead on and follow him at Battle Rap Bets. That's just like how I said it. Battle Rap and Bets, like you bet people. Battle Rap Bets, money. All right, but I ain't here to take a victory lap, bro. Like, I could be saying I told you so. I could be saying all this, man. We lost 5 in a row after being up 2 in a row. Everybody was talking about Super Bowls and stuff. I said, man, how we going to look when adversity happens? How we going to look when we get a few injuries here and there, and adversity happened and way more than a few injuries happened. I can honestly admit that. But I keep telling y'all, the injuries ain't come until it was past the Saints' time for them to go ahead on and be looking good. Like, they could have been 4-2 going into the Bucs game, and they couldn't afford a loss from the Broncos and maybe the Chargers, and that's AFC teams, so they don't really count as much. But you messed up that opportunity by losing that Philly game, by losing that Atlanta game. So I ain't really trying to hit injuries when they come right there, But, man, we lost this game against the Broncos, bro. The Sean Payton outdated offense. The Saints could not stop Bo Nix. They could not stop Williams with the running game. Tackling is still a problem. Like, if you could keep Dennis Allen after this, I don't know what to tell you. If you can't beat the Broncos with that offense, with those limited playmakers, who can you beat? That was a starting defense out there. The Broncos defense was out there, and they didn't have Patrick Surtain, but they still ain't miss a beat. Sean Payton had did a masterclass to DA, coaching circles around him. Mismatch. At some point, you got to just say, man, we cannot stop the run. The Panthers is a garbage team. The Cowboys, they ain't got no running back on their depth. Ezekiel Elliott, come on, man. We can't stop the run. We can't stop the run to save our lives. Williams was the only playmaker that you had to worry about this game. You ain't have to worry about no Sutton. You ain't have to worry about no Troy Franklin. You ain't have to worry about a lot of these receivers. They couldn't stop them. The RPO was killing us. Screens was killing us. Toss plays was killing us. Running right up the Saints' throat was killing us. Play action was killing us. Bo Nix was out there looking like Taysom Hill. At some point, you just got to say, man, Dennis Allen probably was overrated. He just had some good players, but now that these players are getting older and now that the league has caught up to his scheme, I'm thinking he's overrated. Can't stop tight ends. When a tight end is good, you best believe you need to put them in a lineup when it's time to play the Saints. Had Kroll out there making plays. Few of them plays, they was wide open. Bo Nix couldn't hit them in the first and second quarter. Wide open. Can't stop the run game. Can't stop the scrambling quarterback. And if you do stop the scrambling quarterback, he's throwing for 300. So are you really stopping the scrambling quarterback? This game got so out of hand, we couldn't even see if the defense had, started getting better when it come to clutch time. Can't even see if it's going to be clutch time no more. They getting blown out now. I don't know if the red zone defense good now. The red zone starting to get scored on. There's only so many times you're going to let a team get into your house in the red zone and you just going to keep stopping them. Still giving up all these yards. When the girl was talking about what happened in the Uber, I'm starting to believe it. Well, I ain't going to say I'm starting. I believed it when I first read it. And for everybody who's up in here right now, I'm going to go ahead on and read it again. I'm going to read it again. Okay, this happened earlier today. Way before the game started. This happened earlier today, a couple of hours before the game started. It was a Twitter fan for the Saints. Well, a fan of the Saints on Saints Twitter had tweeted this. And I'm going to go ahead on and read this tweet just so y'all could just keep updated. This tweet right here got 139K views. She's a girl that loves the Saints. She's a part of Saints Twitter. Her name is She That We That. She said, my Uber driver told me he picked up a Saints player whom I will not name, quotes, a defensive player. And the player told him that the locker room is in turmoil and the players want Dennis Allen gone. I 1,000% believe him. I mean, what more do you want, people? You ever read body language? Do you see the body language on the sideline? Do you see the body language on the bench? These dudes is just letting running backs bounce up off them. They letting tight ends bounce up off them. Wide receivers bounce up off them. They ain't giving no effort. Certain stuff is talent. Certain stuff is effort. Tackling, that's effort. That Chargers game, when the Chargers head coach got fired, they went up in there and made a decision to not give no effort. And they just let the Raiders walk up and down the field on a Thursday night, I believe. Getting pounded in front of the holes on national TV. That's what we was, getting pounded right in front of the holes on national TV. Sean Payton took Dennis Allen right in Shi's, right in the cabinet. And got real nasty in there. Uncle Elroy style. Panties to the side. Took him to the woodshed. But y'all won't call me a fake fan when I called all this out? I ain't taking a victory lap. I'm just keeping it real. You called me a fake fan. You called me negative. You called me a hater. But what you couldn't call me was wrong. I'm tired of talking. I want to hear from y'all. I'm going to go ahead on and put the link down in the chat. If y'all got anything y'all want to say about this team and get stuff off y'all chest, Drew Brees getting honored, tonight, embarrassed Drew Brees. Sean Payton went to work. That's a 4-3 team with little to no playmakers. They offense about just as talented as our practice squad offense right now that's injured. The defense was healthy, but they starting offense about just as talented as our practice squad offense. So I don't really want to hear much. And on their offense, they missing their center. They missing a tackle. They even missing guys on defense. They missing a linebacker who led the team in tackles 2 years in a row. I'm gonna go ahead on and open up the phone lines, man. We got T Dirty up in here. We got Kofi up in here. You probably gonna have to come back in, Kofi. It's now say disconnected. What up, T Dirty?
What's hell, goddamn no cap? What's hell, Marley? Look here. The team gave up on this motherfucker, and I'm sorry if I'm cussing. Is it?
Man, there's no cap, no filter, man. You could say what you want.
The team gave up on this motherfucker, Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen is trash as fuck. And I don't know how many Saints fans gonna see they gave up on this dumb ass. This dude is trash. We not going nowhere with Dennis fucking Allen. This defense looked like they was just lethargic, sleep, didn't want to do shit, dog. I called out of work for this bullshit. I called out of work for this shit.
Me too.
My forklift is chilling right now. This shit look bad. And it looked bad because Bo Nix didn't even look that good. That meant we looked horrible. The team gave up on Dennis Allen, dog. They gave up on
he was running all over us. He was running up and down the field.
Dude, did you see a lot of those plays where dudes was wide the fuck open?
Well, yeah, on them plays where they was wide open, he was missing. But when they was like hitting a slant and all that, he was hitting them right in stride. Kofi, I see you trying to come. Is telling me that you will need to connect your mic and your cam before I can add you to the stream. So you got to connect your mic or your cam before I can add you.
I saw the team does not want Dennis Allen as a head coach. They gave the fuck up. Look, I played football. We don't do that shit. We want to win a game in a dome with a legend like Drew Brees in there. You don't do that shit. That shit look like duck shit, nigga. Duck dookie. What the fuck was that? I'm tired of defending this team. I hate you motherfucking Saints fans that come to this motherfucker and say, oh, Dennis Allen, give him another year. Injuries. Give Derek Carr enough time. Derek Carr been in the league 11 fucking years. Dennis Allen been in the league too long. These motherfuckers, blow this motherfucker up. Tick, tick, boom. I'm sick of this shit, dog. I don't like losing. I am not a loser. I hate losing, bruh. I don't like none of this shit. This shit ain't working. Why the fuck does they need to see? We need to see more. And then Mickey Loomis get his dumb ass on the thing and say, look beyond the results. Bitch, we are beyond the results now. What are we doing here, dude? This organization is becoming a joke. What's going to happen is we're 2-5. Carolina got Andy Dalton playing. We're going to lose that game next with them, and they're going to win a couple games. We're going to the bottom of the division. Bullshit and rat shit. Watch. No filter. No cap. I'm tired. I'm tired, dude. I'm tired. All I know is the Saints, my dude. I don't watch college. I don't watch basketball. I don't watch baseball. All I know is the fucking Saints. And that way, every fucking year with this shit, that they me to fuck down like this, dog. I should be this fucking mad, dog. But these motherfuckers let me down every fucking... And Grambling, they be doing the Bayou Classic coming up. I don't get this man over that shit.
And get this, T Dirty. You took off work, I took off work. So they still get money from us, even though we not buying tickets and merch. They still get money from us.
Bro, I'm tired of this shit, bro. This shit gotta happen. I'm tired of Dennis Allen. What the fuck more do I need to see to say this man ain't a good head coach? Do you notice how when Bo Nix was fucking up or anybody fucked up, Sean Payton was on their ass like a fucking shadow. Bow, right beside him. When our players fuck up, Dennis Allen in one spot, scratching a plug in his fucking head. Ain't moved from one spot, saying nothing to nobody, dude. I'm tired of this fucking coach, bruh.
Man, what do you see with the Chargers game, man? We got a mini bye week.
Lost.
Looking like J.K. just move the ball up the field. You think you seen what Jake did? You think they're gonna put Jake in? Because Dennis Allen ain't just confirmed that Spencer Rattler was just gonna be the for sure starter all the way up until Cup.
Fuck Dennis Allen.
What up, Kofi?
Oh, what's good? What's good? What's good?
What's up, Kofi?
What's up?
Man, I don't see how you could follow up your thoughts after T Dirty rant right there, but we're gonna give you a try, man. What's your thoughts on this Saints performance tonight? Drew Brees, we had to honor him. They had guys up in there with the bags. I seen the brown paper bags. What's your thoughts, man?
First I want to start shout out Drew Brees, just to go up on this night, getting inducted to the Saints Hall of Fame, man. That's special. what he's done over like these whole years since I was in '06 watching this like rebuild and everything, like everything that has been builded from Drew to Sean is gone now. Like it's decimated in just 4 years of this dude Dennis Allen. He gotta go, bro. Like people are sick. I ran it on my little video, so I really gave my energy already, but it is utterly just disgraceful. Like I'm hearing AK saying I would have walked out too if I was a fan. Like that goes to show you he checked out. Like this is what we like this is what the Saints are now under this dude. And Mickey Loomis has the nerve to go on WWN and say results it don't matter in the QB situation. And you got to come to the table too, because you've been terrible at drafting. You and your buddy Jeff Ireland, y'all drafting UFL players and crap. Like, what is going on? This is the Saints standards. The D-line is bad, bro. Like, I'll be selling these dudes. I'll be trying to get draft picks. They're serious right now. I'm looking at the number one pick.
I mean to cut off my nigga, but it was a play where goddamn Bo Nix was back there, motherfucking growing mold. He was planting trees and watching them bitches, watching them grow.
One play you see Chase Young get thrown. Where's Chase Young, the man that you got paid to come get sacked? At this point, this Davenport is leagues better than this dude, because this dude is utterly.
He's a merchant. He's a merchant. He's a merchant. He a Jadeveon Clowney. Somebody told me he's gonna get 18 and a half sacks and be the league MVP on the defensive side of the ball. That's what I heard.
Oh my god.
This is bad. This is
around. We see why he get bounced. He'll get them pressures. He'll probably get a sack every now and then. But if you just look at that all 22 film, you'll see him whiffing. You'll see him giving up on plays, and you'll see people running right on his side.
I saw that shit with Chase Young in that Chiefs game. Patrick Mahomes was right there. All he had to do was lean over and get him. He just whiffed and like, what the fuck, dude? I was doing this dude right. And that game, I saw that shit. I was like, wow. Dennis Allen ain't got no nuts, dude. Bottom line, I'm keeping it 100. He ain't got no nuts. Because the shit that he let go, that let slide, there's no reason Paulson Debo should still be playing with all these fucking penalties. He gets penalties. Dude, when I heard the Drew Brees speech today, and he said how Sean Payton was on their ass about little shit. Dennis Allen don't do none of that shit. He let shit slide like it's fucking a lizard in a snowstorm. Let it slide. It's all good. Oh, you ain't got to go out there with no helmets and pads on. It's all gravy.
What y'all think about what I said about what the girl had said with the Uber?
I'm tired.
Believe it? Y'all believe it? What I said about what the girl had said on Uber?
I ain't see it, Cap.
Oh well, I'm gonna go ahead on and let y'all know what happened real quick. Hold on, let me go ahead on and get to it real quick.
Dude, I'm tired. Dude,
this was on Twitter earlier today, and I believe it. Like this was from a girl. She's a Saints fan, and she be on Saints Twitter a lot. And our Uber driver told me he picked up a Saints player which I will not name, a defensive player. A player told him that the locker room is in turmoil and the players want Dennis Allen gone. I 100% believe him.
I believe him too. You know why? Because I want his ass gone. I don't even play on the team. Man, fuck Dennis Allen. Man, I look at Dennis Allen like a motherfucker that's like an op right now. If I see this motherfucker in the grocery store, I'm sneaking his ass. Him and Mickey Loomis, I'm sneaking both of their asses. I want to knock something out, dude. I'm that pissed the fuck off, bro. I'm mad.
Another thing, like we was depending on a lot of these older players. Like we was really leaning on a lot of these older players, and it's looking like it's probably time, bro. Like DeMario Davis.
Yeah.
It was time for Cam Jordan 2 seasons ago.
Look, I don't want Saints saying the thing that I'm pissed off because of the loss. It's not the loss. It's just the fact that losing and the organization not doing nothing about it. That is frustrating as hell. The loss, you get wins and losses in the NFL, okay. But we losing, dog, and they see it, and they excusing this shit. They throwing excuses out for it. That's what's frustrating the shit out of me. You losing, you know what? Injuries. We losing again. You know what? It's this, it's that. Excuses is over. We're losing because
Yeah, they're gonna try to make it. They ran an injury excuse in the ground. Now they trying to say, oh well, you know, it was bad drafts prior to Dennis Allen, so you know we can't just put everything on Dennis Allen. I wasn't hearing nothing about bad drafts and all this when we was 2-0 week 1 and 2. I ain't heard nothing about none of that.
Right.
Look at Pathy said DA got a video of Loomis at the freak offs on Airline Drive.
hey,
He must got something. He know the body's buried.
he must got Loomis at a Diddy party, baby all down or something.
I want to add on to that what T Dirty said, man. Great point. I just think like you selling the fan base, right? Trying to win. Oh, we trying to win. We want to be competitive. We want to win. We got these guys, Damari, all that, right? The thing is, you're selling the fan base on falseless hope to me because all these guys, you see it, like they don't have what they used to have. Like it's gone. It's gone. You cannot win with this roster anymore. The way it's constructed, the way it's coached from top to bottom. It's not. It go from Dennis Allen, but Mickey Loomis got to take the blame too. Like I'm really on Mickey Loomis' tail because he has the nerve to really just go on that radio show to the fan base, saying this man. It goes more over than a quarterback and coach, but that is the coach job. It's part of the team. The results are on the coach. It's ridiculous, bro.
He's on the trading block right now.
Man,
should Sean be on the trading block?
Sean should be on the trading block, man. AK, I wouldn't be surprised if Marshawn.
I wouldn't be mad if Marshawn go on training because he gotta get up out of here, dude. He's not gonna win shit here, dog.
Right.
On the sideline, he looks very. He don't want to be here. Let him go somewhere, dude. He's used to winning, bro. He ain't winning over here. I wouldn't be mad. Players come and go. I'm not gonna be mad if he go, dog. We have a horrible coach. He know he ain't winning shit over here, man. Let this man go win some shit. Let DeMario Davis, let Cam Jordan, let them go win, bro.
Basically, it's time to really clean house from the roster and on. It's time to clean house. Like coaching staff, all that gotta go.
That's why I said, tick, 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 boom, blow that shit up.
Yeah.
I mean, we get that notification in the morning. This will be the time to get it because we got a mini buy. If we still losing by the real buy, then we for sure got to get that notification in that morning that we waiting on. But it's a chance that we might could get it in the morning. Like we got a mini buy before we play the Chargers. We got what 10, 11 days before we play the Chargers.
Yeah,
that's a long time to prepare.
You know what was crazy? I was gonna go to that Chargers game and take my son for his first Saints game. I don't want my son to experience no bullshit for his first game ever.
No,
that shit. I told the dude to give me the little tickets on the side. Now I'll put them to he was pulling tickets for I guess season holders and shit, I guess. And I said, nah, put them tickets back. I ain't going to that motherfucking game, bro. We good.
Okay, let me go ahead, TJ.
Jerseys on, we good. Fuck that.
Let me tell you something. I heard Dennis Allen Presser and Big Q stream, and he was like, we gotta get prepared. I'm going, get these guys back in the building, get them right and healthy. I don't think we're gonna get that notification, bro. I really don't think he get fired. I really don't.
Dropping like flies. What do you think gonna happen after this week? Oh, this person we're done. We're 2-5. The 2-5, I gave this team 2-5. When you go to 2-5, dog, it's hard to come out that hole. You heard me? You can't come out. We can't string together 3 wins. You didn't go string together the rest of these wins to stop the 5 bleeding?
And you know what's crazy? As long as these injuries piling, I know Dennis Allen secretly in the back of his head like, ooh, boy, I'm safe now, boy. This shit couldn't have came at a better time. I got me a big-ass safety net. And as long as we losing, while all this going on, I know Derek Carr like, ooh, shit, boy. Because imagine if Spencer Rattler would have been winning through this shit. No, boy, my ass would have been grass.
I felt bad for Spencer Rattler, dude, because he's not a bad quarterback. What's going on right now with Spencer Rattler, dude? We have no O-line. We have no receivers. He ain't got nothing to play with. They're making this man, I'm not saying they're making it on purpose, but it's making this man look bad. He ain't got nobody to throw to, nobody to protect him. He looking bad. So other people gonna say, "Oh, trade Spencer Rattler, get rid of Spencer Rattler." Spencer Rattler ain't the problem. They knew this O-line was trash before preseason. They gonna say, "Well, Spencer, Trevor Penny gonna get it together." They didn't do their due diligence to get the right people in the building, dog. That's the fucking organization. Dog, I want to fight something, nigga.
Who y'all cornerstone players that y'all keeping? Like who y'all untouchable players? Everybody got at least 5.
I'm keeping Spencer. I'm keeping Kool-Aid. I'm keeping what's his name? Number I got his name. I'm so pissed off. Number 1, Alontae Taylor, and everybody else is debatable.
No Olave?
I'm starting fresh. He gets too many concussions. He's like Brandon Cooks. He get too many concussions. I'm starting fresh. When I say blow it up, I'm keeping this, and that. Everything else gotta go, bro. I'm tired. I'm tired of Olave scary catching balls, and they do catch a ball. He get a concussion. He's like 3rd or 4th concussion. We can't do. Brandon Cooks was the same way, dude. We can't have that shit. We need dogs. We ain't got no dogs more. We got fucking poodles and kittens on this bitch. And the head coach is a motherfucking lamb.
You agree with that, Kofi?
I'm tired. No cap, I'm fucking tired, bro. Fucking tired, you hear me? This team,
I'm gonna keep Fuaga because you need him. That's your
him
yeah.
too.
You gotta keep Fuaga because that's like your Penny Sewell.
My bad.
I'm gonna keep Alante. Adebo gotta go. The running back room need to be changed because you're not using Kendrick, so I draft the running back. So that's going. I'll keep Spencer. Alante.
No Olave.
I'm gonna tell you this: if we get a good dog like the McMillan dude I was telling you about, if we get him, I'm keeping Olave because I feel like Chris Olave could benefit off a dominant receiver like that. So I'm keeping Olave, but he's not a guy I would build around like far as like wide receiver 1. I think he a good 2 though.
He got a good point. I would keep Fuaga because you ain't heard his name a lot, which means he's doing good. I'm just on the. I didn't see too much in the trench, but I keep him too, dog. But a lot of these players, it's time to go, bro. Gotta go.
Oh yeah.
The crazy part about the thing about this organization, the Saints. I've been a Saints fan since the '90s, dog. So I've seen some bullshit times, but you fought me a little bit with the good time with Drew Brees. So the thing is that they know. I mean, I don't know. It's like they know that the fan base have seen good with Drew Brees. Now it's like nobody wants to do shit about it. They want to keep the same system that say, "Oh, okay, with Sean Payton gone, let's keep this because we won this in 2009 with this. Let's do this." No, you got to blow all this shit and start from scratch. They're afraid to start from scratch. It's okay to start over. They want to keep trying to renew this 2009 shit when Drew Brees and Sean Payton was a. You got to understand, a good quarterback and a good head coach. We might have a decent quarterback with Spencer Rattler, but Dennis Allen is, man, this motherfucker duck shit, bro. He duck shit. He ain't the chicken shit. He duck shit, homie. I'm tired of this shit, bro. Every person in this fucking panel is tired of this shit, bro. And it's like, I have no power to snatch him by his motherfucking collar and bash the piss out of him, right? I'm that pissed off because it's not that I don't care about. Look, I don't expect us to win these games with Dennis Allen. I'm pissed off that you see this shit every week with this weak motherfucker and you constantly push him out to us like he's a champion. This motherfucker ain't Robert. He ain't Rocky. He Glass Joe. What are we doing? And then for the end of the day, the season gonna be over and you gonna by the last game. Well, we didn't make the playoff because of this. You get some dumbass excuse trying to give it to me like I don't see what the fuck. Like I'm not stupid. I got a BA degree. You're not gonna tell me no dumb shit I'm gonna believe. You're not gonna piss on me and tell me it's lemonade and rain. No. Get the fuck out. Mickey Loomis. Let Terry Fontenot do some shit. Not Terry Fontenot, my bad. Let Kai Hartley do some shit. Kai Hartley do some shit. It's an ego trip at this point. He don't want to say, well, I fucked up and hired Dennis Allen. Dude, it's okay to make mistakes. I tell my son, look, Dad made a mistake. Dad, sorry. And Dad, sorry. I told you that. That's not the way to do it. Dad, sorry. Why the fuck is it? Is it because you got more money than me? What the fuck? This is frustrating. No cap. I want to punch on something. God damn.
What up, Bruce Saint, man? What you got for us, bro?
To be honest, man, Mickey Loomis needs to make a living off of like male prostitution because he really loves getting raw dogged by Dennis Allen 24/7. What the fuck does this dude see in Dennis Allen? What? He doesn't even have a good defense anymore. You can't use that card anymore. What does he do? Nothing.
Nothing.
And that wasn't something that you could hang your hat on. Like T Dirty said, that hat was gone.
What the fuck, man?
Right away, just to let y'all know, this hat, I got it, but when Drew Brees was still here. So this is not me buying merch to support this team now.
Hey,
just want to make that clear.
I don't police nobody's fandom.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta tell me, and no cap, you're not a real fan. I want to see better for this team.
Right.
I would never police somebody's fandom. If you want to root for the Saints the way you root for them, it's like saying, okay, my opinion is my opinion, your opinion is your opinion. I feel like how I feel about the team because I see what I see. You see otherwise, but I see what I see. I ain't gonna tell you you're a fake fan because you see otherwise. No, that's what makes us great fans. Do we see otherwise? But we as realists see this shit ain't good. I don't see how you get a ship sinking and say, "Well, I always wanted an indoor pool." The fuck.
But it's the fact we should have been blue. I like that comment. It's the fact that we should have been blew it up like literally after Sean left. We should have been rebuilt. Like, what are you scared of?
This shit should have ended after the second season stopped. It should have ended right there. But no, we kept going.
Everybody should have been there, and that's when they had the highest trade value because we were winning. You should have traded these guys, bro. I know it's too much softness up there. It's too much family matters. Family matters.
Look,
this one.
I went to dinner with your family, and I know your family, and I enjoyed your family, so we're all buddy. We're cool. So I would feel bad if I let you go, and
it's too many, but that's the situation right now.
Put me in there, bitch. Bitch, you gotta go. Tell little kid stop crying, get a little toy, and get the fuck up out of here.
Yep.
I'm so, bruh. I am not a loser. I hate losing. I be holding myself back. When me and my little boy be outside in the backyard playing for something, I be like, I'm trying not to win. I'm a winner. I'm like, I'm gonna let you win. I'm like, oh, he won. Okay, I want to win, dude. This team is so horrible, and Mickey Loomis is constantly shoveling us shit to say, give it time. We have in the business.
Deshaun set us up
So
on.
you telling me we stupid? We stupid? Are we stupid now?
Yes, that's what it is.
You think we're stupid? Give me time when I'm choking your ass and see how much time you got to fucking pass out. How about that?
T Dirty, you think Sean foreseen all this with Dennis Allen?
Sean gave us this raggedy mother. Dude, think about it. I'm putting my tinfoil hat on. Sean,
$100.
like, okay, I was the first head coach to bring this organization to the Super Bowl. Do I want to give somebody that's going to surpass what I've done? No. I've been around Dennis Allen for so long. I know this motherfucker's a dunce, a doofus, a dumbass. Hey, we got a man right here. He's been beside me all day. This motherfucker lose. Hey, I trusted you, Sean, so I trust. Sean Payton know what he's doing, dog. He not gonna get. You think he would have recommended a person that was better than him? No. Sean Payton has an ego. He don't want his ego. He has an ego. We've known this as Sean Payton as a head coach. He'll tell you, go give me the right juicy fruit. He gonna give you the right head coach? No. The head coach was goddamn bubble gum. The fuck, man?
And think about this. Man, Pete Carmichael was looking better than Clint Kubiak.
Exactly.
I know Sean was calling the plays, but Pete Carmichael, he helped set all that up.
You know what that is? Pete Carmichael might look like a dumbass. With us, it goes with good head coach and good and okay OC or bad OC. As long as you got a good head coach, the OC can look like a pamper. It don't matter. We got a bad head coach and a bad OC. The whole team look like duck shit. Bro, I'm sick of it. Bro, I'm so sick of this shit, bro. I'm tired of I'm a Saints fan that I can't stand. I'm a Saints fan that I can't stand. But I can't stand this bullshit when Mickey Loomis get on this motherfucker and say, we had the right people. Look beyond the results. Like you're in denial. It's like, nigga, you a crackhead. You just stole my TV, my wallet, and my fucking cell phone, all that shit. You are a crackhead. I caught you smoking out of a can the other week. You are a crackhead. Admit that shit. Move the fuck on. Why the fuck we can't admit this shit? Dennis Allen is not a good head coach. Get him. People say, well, when Dennis Allen leave, the defense is going to take a step back. The defense is already taking a step back. So now what? Get him up out of here, dude. I'm done with Dennis Allen, bro. I'm tired. No cap, I'm tired. I'm tired. I've had enough. I'm getting gray hairs. Why shouldn't get gray hairs? I'm tired as fuck, dog. I'm fucking tired, bro.
Bruce saying, who's your cornerstone players? Like, who's your untouchable players? Like players that, you know, if they think about going on the trade block soon, like who's your players that you moving forward for the future?
I'm gonna keep Spencer Rattler, like I said, Alontae Taylor. I'm gonna keep Fuaga, like what's the name say? I'm gonna keep Fuaga. I'm Kool-Aid. Keep my Kool-Aid. Who else? I'm keeping young players. I'm sorry, y'all might want to fall in love with the Davises and Cams and shit, but they getting old, dog. Everybody gotta go. It's time to. We're scared to evolve. The Saints organization is scared to step into the future. They're trying to keep one foot into the past and 1 foot into the future, which means they're trying to keep old players, new players, and you can't do that. You got to or old players or keep them, or let all of them go and get all new players. Now the team might look different, but that's what you got to live with. We got to ride that shit out, dog. They're scared to do that shit. They don't want to just the Cleveland Browns, the Houston Texans. They went through a bunch of shit, dog. But you see what it's like what you call it shit? The Phoenix. Come from the ashes. You see what they look like, right? Well, Deshaun Watson, fuck that shit. He want to rub everybody and shit. But besides them, Houston, Texas, right? They was a horrible team. They went through the shit and they did the right thing. Now look at them, dog. We were afraid to do that. We want to hold on to the old shit. We want to hold on to old shit. Like, let's hold on to this. Drew Brees ain't gonna come save us no more. Sean gonna save us. What
drink you sipping on, T Dirty?
I'm sipping on 18 hundo. You heard me? 18 hundo.
You on that hard shit, boy. They got you on that. Mickey Loomis got you on that hard shit like that.
Well, I'm damn near on crack.
But Bruce Saint, what's your cornerstone players you keeping going forward with the future, bro?
The same list as T Dirty, except add Eric McCoy to the mix. I would keep it. I would keep that center locked down.
You ain't got Olave?
No, I ain't got Olave.
So three people don't got Olave?
He has too many concussions.
Yeah,
he's like Brandon Cooks, dude. Olave is good. He's good, but if you're not good when we need you, then you're not good, dude. I'm sorry, you're a good receiver. I understand your situation, but you get hurt too much, dude. You need one of them beanbag helmets.
that's why we needed to let go of Michael Thomas way before we did.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And they trying to make Michael Thomas look like he Jaguar White or Orlando Brown, but he was right about everything.
Yep.
Keenan Lewis was too.
And Delvin Bro.
Yeah. Hey, I've been trying to have that Devin Bro to get my children's book out. So I'm trying to wait on him to respond to me. I've been trying to get Devin Bro to holler at me about that shit, but yeah, man. But yeah.
What's your thoughts on versus this Charger team, Kofi? We got J.K. Dobbins. He's looking like a good running back. We got Khalil Mack and we got Joey Bosa as they looking like they gonna try to take advantage of them tackles, man. They got a good defense over there and a good head coach. And we got to go to California. What's your thoughts on this game?
Really, you already said what I was gonna say. Like, You got to deal with J.K. Dobbins. You know, you can't even stop the dude from Denver tonight. So you couldn't even stop Tucker from last week. Like, what makes you think you're gonna stop this dude? It's just the Saints are an imbalanced team, like on both sides. I don't care how injured, even a healthy. Like, I'm just that like fed up and that realistic about this team. Like, I think Jim Harbaugh is a way better coach like than Dennis Allen, so that's an advantage too. Like, I think the Saints are gonna go up there and lose, bro. Like, there should be like you should want to lose. Like, I'm sorry to have a loser's mindset as a fan, but to get these dudes up out of here, they gotta go. And yeah, it starts there. So
Got a score prediction?
I say 27 charges, like Saints probably like 10. Probably another blowout. It might be 30 the way this defense playing.
What's your take, Bruce Saint?
My take? Well, it's just as simple as Jim Harbaugh is going to beat Dennis Allen, outcoach him just like Sean Payton did, just like Andy Reid did, you know, just like Todd Bowles did. I mean, Todd Bowles ain't that much better. Well, no, he is better than Dennis Allen. I'll give him that. At least they went to the playoffs last year. But yeah, it's going to be another case of the coach on the other side of the field is better than you, so you're going to lose. And we're going to be 2-6, losing 6 straight. And Mickey Loomis will still be like, the injuries.
We don't really have no playmakers on the outside. Are y'all afraid of Justin Herbert legs?
He could run. Yeah. I mean, he could run. Anytime the Saints got to, like, face any type of, like, running quarterback or any tight end that's good, just expect us to get cooked. Like, they can't stop it. They can't stop it.
It's like tonight they didn't even want to stop it, dude. Like,
oh, they gave up. They quit. They quit. They quit.
I'm so speechless. I normally have a mouthful of words, but tonight I understand last week defense gave up. Like, okay, on the field a lot of time, but when the offense gives up, I'm like, Dennis Allen, they don't want you there, and I don't know what, dude. If somebody tell you, if 5 people take your breath stink, your mouth smell like shit.
Yeah.
Homie.
What's your thoughts for the Chargers game, T Dirty?
Bruh, that's a loss. Because I feel like this. We have no pass rush. Now, is Justin Herbert still playing?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Let me sit up in my chair. Okay. Justin Herbert is not Bo Nix. Justin Herbert got a little bit of more experience than Bo Nix. He gonna carve your ass up like he did last time in the Dome, and we damn near lost that game. He gonna do that shit, right? They got more run. They got more running power. They got what's his name? What's the dude? Khalil Mack, and what's the other dude?
Joey Bosa.
Yeah.
We have no. Yeah, that's a loss too. And I promise you, a lot of Saints fans ain't finna travel to lose their money and see the team look like the way. I'm trying to tell you, because me and my son was gonna go to that game, and I called the dude up, give me the ticket. I said, dog, put your tickets back in the thing. I don't want to go to that game, bro. I'm good. He gave me a cool little price. I said, nah, I'm good, dog. I'm good. We straight. We losing that game. It's like no matter how embarrassing the loss is, I feel like they're not gonna get rid of Dennis Allen. He must have saw him at a Diddy party, bent over on and said, "I got you, bitch." And then they said, "Damn,
that before."
Dude, I don't know what they. I don't know. I'm speaking. I don't know, dog. They just, why is he still here? How are you still a head coach? How? What? I don't know, man. We're not winning that Charger game. If we didn't win a game at home, you think we'll go to LA and win a game over there?
Bruce, what's your chances that you think Jake Hayner starts this Chargers game by us having this mini bye week?
Chances? I don't care that much, to be honest. I feel nothing. I'm starting to get full on detached with it, man.
Me too. I'm mentally gone.
The only time Jay Kana starts is if like Spencer Rattler dies because pressure is literally in his face before he snaps the ball. So that's more like
they were saying he get the ball out quick, and Dennis Allen never just put it in stone that Spencer Rattler just got this job until Derek Carr come back. They say they was going to be competing, and it's looking like they're going to be competing. I wouldn't be nothing surprises me with this team. I seen us call a timeout, and right after the timeout, we nailed the ball. I ain't never seen that before.
You know why? We got a Mr. Potato Head coach. Dude, I don't know what some of these woulda, coulda, fans see that thinking like what if I had some of the shit you was smoking and I packaged this shit, I'd quit my job. Cause I'm selling all that, dog. I'm selling everything you smoke. I'm selling that shit. Like, hey, this that good shit. It make you think that this is that and it ain't that. Like, what? Why does Mickey Loomis seem to think that he could see the same things we seeing, but you think that we're heading in the right direction? I'm gonna tell you right now, Carolina is damn near neck and neck with us, right? They got Andy Dalton. If they win one more game, we at the bottom of the damn division.
Yep.
And before the season, I clowned these motherfuckers saying, how you got goddamn Carolina above us? What the fuck going on? I sound like a fucking slave. How the fuck you sound like that? Now it's starting to come to light. Like, are you serious? All Carolina needs is a spark.
Yep.
Come on, dude. This is embarrassing.
I think we'll compete personally.
I don't want to hear no Saints fans come out. The did this. The Cowboys did that. Man, fuck all them other teams. Worry about what the fuck we doing and not doing. Y'all worry about the wrong thing. At least Atlanta lost. At least Tampa Bay lost. At least fuck them. Worry about what the fuck we not doing. We bad. And the only thing make you feel good is seeing the division rival lose. I don't care about Atlanta. I ain't gonna hear about Atlanta till they come on my page and talk that shit. I said, dude, I don't even respond to them. I just delete that shit like, we got in-home problems right now. If you ever been in the game, I've never been in the game. I came to California one time. I was at a club, dude, and I was cool with everybody in that bitch. I thought I was cool with everybody in that bitch, right? And they called me Big Country. What's up, Big Country? You cool, Big Country? They had some hood politics that's going on outside. And I was cool with one dude. I said, hey, dog. I went outside. I said, hey, I don't think that's good. He said, hey, Big Country, you cool? But this hood shit, stay the fuck up out of it. I was like, damn. Let me know. Okay. Atlanta Falcons and Bucks, stay the fuck out of what we got going on. This Saints shit. We dealing with in-house shit. The fuck out what we got going on. We gotta deal with this shit right now. Do that man. I'm trying to tell you, dog.
We got Kasima Boo says it's looking like the Saints might be getting a top 5 pick early in 2025. Now that's what I'm saying. It can be on some Chargers type stuff. The Chargers, they had a pretty decent roster, but they had some injuries and they had a good draft position. They fired their head coach. The team had quit on the head coach. They brought in a good head coach, and now they looking, pretty stable. They still could use some guys on offense to complement Justin Herbert when it comes to his passing the ball. But other than that, I could see an outlook on us having an off season like how the Chargers had. But to me, it's deeper than getting a high draft pick. I'd rather fire Dennis Allen and have a number 14 pick than keep Dennis Allen and have a number 9 pick. That's how it is with me.
You know what it is, this organization? They're so stuck in the past. They think all we need is to pick this player or that player and we're good. No, we're not. We're not. Some of y'all Saints fans gotta understand. That's why I told some of these Saints fans within them 2 weeks, y'all making parades in my Super Bowl. I'm like, dude, somebody asked me in my job, would you buy a Derek Carr jersey now? I said, no. I said, first of all, I would never buy a Derek Carr jersey because I ain't a Derek Carr fan. I'm gonna stand on my ground. I don't like Derek Carr. But I'm not gonna buy my thing. I need to see more out of this team. I'm not gonna celebrate after 2 wins or 2 weeks. The Panthers was trash, and like No Cap always say, you see what the Cowboys looking like now. But some of y'all was throwing parties and shit out there. Super Bowl, I kept saying, dude, you're moving too fast, too soon. Bump it down. Y'all was throwing Super Bowl. I seen video of people dancing and
Hey, Kofi, do you feel
man,
like, assuming that Olave is wide receiver 1 and Rashid is wide receiver 2, do we have wide receiver 3 already on this team?
No, nah. You don't have a wide receiver 3 on his team. Even I hear a lot of Saints fans say A.T. Perry, but no. You need like a true guy.
He was the
I think
Broncos.
if
Huh?
He was the Broncos.
if we did,
Right.
he would have been shown himself. We don't have it. If he did, we would have been seen it. We're still,
Yeah.
if we're talking about, and we're still trying to say Bud means and this guy and ATP, that means we don't have it.
Yeah, I was really hoping because Mason, I kept hearing Mason Tipton as having a good camp, but you can't really rely on an undrafted free agent. Like, this is what I think the Saints have been trying to get away with bad draft picks. They've been trying to rely on this undrafted free agent talent, but you can't rely on that. Like, you have to actually go get these guys. You got to stop picking these unknown linemen and go get guys from real schools. So yeah, they need a wide receiver. They need a slot in. Preferably, I want it to be Rashid Shaheed, like in Olave at 2.
What you think, Bruce Saints? Wide receiver 3 already on his team. A lot of people felt
No.
like Patrick Surtain being out this game, maybe Bud Means could build off of that last game and have a pretty big game tonight.
No.
That's what we were asking all offseason. We were saying we need depth on the O-line. We need depth on the wide receiver position. Even before injuries, we needed this depth.
They ignored that shit, bro.
And I really think they couldn't address it because the cap situation. They were building for this year so they could like later on down the line get that done. But the cap situation and all that, they really couldn't bring in free agent talent. And the stuff that the Saints need outside of just wide receiver, they need D-line, they need offensive line, they need all those other skill positions in the trenches, and they just can't rely on free agency, and they keep missing on draft picks.
Yeah, because Mickey Loomis has been relying on the same strategy as when Drew Brees was here, which was kicking the can down the road so we can win the Super Bowl now with Drew Brees, except that he's still continuously doing it with Derek Carr.
Thank you. And Derek Carr is trash. I'm sorry.
I got an article.
I don't understand how you got these Derek Carr supporters still saying, well, we need to give him this. Man, Derek Carr been in the league 11 years.
You got to give him so much shit. He's not elite. He's not a good quarterback.
Exactly.
I want y'all to hear this. This says in this article, when is Mickey Loomis going to recognize that he needs to embrace a rebuild? Something that should have happened when Sean Payton left. Loomis has kicked the can down the road, financial burden down the road for years now. Signing Derek Carr last offseason was a massive mistake, and that's where they messed up at. Signing Derek Carr.
You know what, dog?
Who wrote that, Nick Wright?
I don't know.
Probably
2018, but I honestly thought we was gonna get Lamar Jackson, bro.
Yeah.
I was watching that draft, dude, and I was like, that was the year Drew Brees' whose arm was declining. I'm like, we need another quarterback. And the camera kept zooming in on Lamar Jackson. Like, we finna get Lamar Jackson. And we got Marcus motherfucking two-pick pop Davenport. I was like, what the fuck? Dude, see, the Saints love to see me in the hospital and see me sick. They do shit to keep my blood pressure going up, and they do shit to fuck me up. You know what?
We reach for needs. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Zach? How you doing?
What y'all think of Brian Brzee? Like, we can't stop the run game up the middle. He's a good pass rusher. I think he'll probably be pretty good at end. Like, I've been saying that for the past couple of weeks now. If we was to just move on from Chase Young, do y'all think Carl Granderson and Brian Brzee could hold it down in a defensive end position and we just draft a nose tackle?
I think it's the best option, to be honest. I mean, yeah. I don't see anything better.
Else around shit.
You're right, yeah. We moved Zach Bone to fucking special teams, then do shit.
No cap. You ever been in a situation where you know the answer to a problem? Somebody asks somebody around you, what's such and such, and you know that answer. And you just want to yell it out, and they don't figure it out. It's like, it's frustrating, but they don't get it. That's how we feel. You know the answer to 1 + 1. They hollering 3, 0, 12.
You got 3 apples.
It's like, dude, I'm so frustrated, dude. I've never been frustrated in my life. And when I see shit, I don't know how y'all feel, Bruce Saint, my dog down here. I don't know how y'all feel, but I'm so frustrated when at my job, when people come to me with some dumb shit, I'm like, well, the common sense thing to do is this, and they go around like, that didn't make sense. I'm screaming, that's wrong. That shit irks me. That's why I'm so antsy in my pantsy right now. Because this shit, get Dennis Allen out of here. We'll deal with the defense taking a step back. But this is the problem right now.
I don't think we'll take a step back.
How are you not this?
I don't think it'll take a step back. Everybody was so worried about that. And I was saying it won't take a step back before these last 2 games.
I don't care if the defense turning the goddamn hand puppets and socks and sticks. Get him up out of here. I'm tired of Dennis Allen, dude. This is front. Like I said, you notice how Sean Payton was on the sideline coaching his team, and Dennis Allen on the sideline standing in one spot, scratching a plug in the back of his head. I'm tired, dude. I'm tired.
I'm tired of these people whiffing on picks. I'm tired of the roster construction. I'm tired of pushing this team down. Like I'm tired of not embracing a rebuild. I'm tired. I'm tired.
You see what he just said? All the shit we need to do, they don't want to embrace it. That. They just say, well, we're gonna keep the old team until everybody on canes and walkers and shit, and keep selling until we just lose. Until we go lose past hell. What Satan say? God damn, y'all suck. What the fuck?
They just want money. They just want y'all money.
But it's okay. It's okay, guys. It's okay. It's okay. Because Dennis Allen said, let's just keep going. Let's keep cleaning up. Let's keep chopping wood. So we're good. We're good.
I chop his ass in the throat.
Oh, I got to chop wood tomorrow anyway. I'm going to chop some wood and put Dennis Allen face card over there for y'all.
I'm going to do some cleaning tomorrow. We got a lot of cleaning up to do.
Yeah, we got a lot of cleaning up.
We got Wick TV says, no cap, do you think the Saints will try to run this team back? Because I can see them doing it. If Derek Carr come back in a few more weeks and win a few games, I can see that. I pray not. I think they're gonna try to run it back. I think the proof is in the pudding. I think as long as they got these veterans, I think they're gonna keep Dennis Allen. Nobody don't even know what Dennis Allen contract is.
If you run this shit back next year, I'm gonna have me a straight jacket and I'm drooling at the mouth.
Yeah.
I ain't no more fucking dog. I ain't got nothing. Dude, I am done.
They looking at them first 2 weeks and they looking at the injuries. That's what they gonna look. That's gonna
Well, Wick TV, I got some bad news for you, bro. They running it back. They're wholeheartedly they're gonna.
They're paying too much money for Carr to be on the bench.
Yeah, and I think Carr last season is next year. To be exact. So
look. They ate all that money from Russell Wilson, the Broncos, went got a good head coach with Sean Payton, and then drafted Bo Nix. Now they 4-3.
Yep.
Got a better record than us, and they ate all that money for Russell Wilson.
Yep.
Well, we eat the money for Derek Carr, and I don't even care if Derek Carr start. Just get a new coach and just let ease up in Spence Rattler off. We draft another quarterback of the future in the draft. I don't mind going with that. But as long as we get a new head coach up in here, I think that could change everything. Sean Payton came into the worst possible situation you could come into when he came to the Saints after Katrina. But guess what? It didn't matter. First year, went to the NFC Championship. Him and Drew Brees off to the Bears. Come on, man. Just 2 guys could change your whole franchise. We seen, like T. Dirty just said with the Texans, it's a long shot, but DeMarco Ryans and C.J. Stroud, it can happen.
Yeah.
2 guys.
They just afraid to try. Take that first step and see what happens. They don't want to. They don't take the first step. They're just saying, well, we're gonna run with Dennis Allen again and Derek Carr again. You bitch.
They run this team back. I promise them.
Hey, I want to fight something.
Man, well, I can say this. you know, one thing I can say, you know, we gonna have a pretty good pick is looking like, and if it's looking like that we gonna have like a top pick, we might get Travis Hunter in that black and gold.
Yeah.
Kind of fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lie.
Yeah.
Fun right there. So
You need a wide receiver, and he's a two-way playmaker. So, yep.
As long as we don't got Derek Carr throwing to him, I'm cool, bro. he got it, dude.
I don't think
I'm
major.
not gonna blame Spencer Rattler tonight either. Like I said, he's still a rookie, but he has no protection, dude. He's running for his fucking life. This man is trying to. He had a worse O-line in South Carolina than he had with the Saints, and he's trying to do the best he can with this O-line, dude. You can't put it out on Spencer Rattler and say he's just trash. He's trying to make. Come on, man.
what you think of Real Fan Sports comment, T Dirty?
What did he say? What did he say?
I got it highlighted.
I don't think there's major problems still, but
T Dirty.
They're smoking. I would like to package it up and sell it to the highest bidder. Man, been in the league 11 years.
That's why I don't see
11 years. He been in the league 9 with the Raiders and 3 with us. If you ain't did shit in that length of time, you're not gonna do shit. When you got quarterbacks coming in the league like CJ Stroud, all these young quarterbacks coming in and balling, what's the excuse, dude? You are who you are at some point. Ain't no stop saying give him this. Come on, dude. I'm tired of giving this man this, giving him that, giving him that. No, he is who he is, dog. Hey,
Yeah.
real fans, I love you, my boy. But Derek Carr is who Derek Carr. Like y'all trying to tell me about Jameis Winston. I didn't like Jameis Winston either. He was the black Derek Carr. But y'all kept saying Jameis, he was a people person. I give you that. But I want to win games. I want to win personality contests and shit. Y'all kept saying Jameis is this, Jameis is quarterback. See, y'all mistake. What y'all get confused is loving over the fans by your personality and game on the field. And
Michael Jordan and Tom Brady was assholes. Kobe was assholes.
Yep.
You need those assholes.
Hug babies and kiss puppies and shit and be like and lose games. I love Jameis Winston. No, I don't. Get the
Tell
fuck
you
off
like Sean Payton, you know Sean Payton arrogant and he was an asshole. Like it's too like Dennis Allen, like if he ever tries to like discipline or hold dudes accountable, they will laugh at him. Like they'll just generally laugh in his face because he's not to be taken serious.
Like if I had to compare Sean Payton and Dennis Allen to like let's say an alpha and a wolf pack, the way I would say it is Sean Payton is the werewolf, Dennis Allen is the chihuahua. That's how.
Yeah. Dennis Allen is that dude that simps over the girl we all know he shouldn't be simping over. Like he's gonna simp, he's gonna buy her flowers when she don't deserve it. And you only met her a week. That's Dennis Allen.
You know what's crazy, dog? All four of us on this panel see that shit.
Appreciate
but
that.
They don't see that shit. Like we see a dog, and we like, what are we waiting on here? What are we doing? What is he gonna? This man is a mosquito. He ain't even a dog, bro. What? Pressure can do. After that Jaguars game last year when Will Lutz missed that kick, I went to the hospital. My blood pressure was high. I try not to get. It's hard not to get emotionally attacked. I got the fleur-de-lis tattooed on my goddamn arm, dude. This is my first tattoo when I was like 16, 17 years old, bro. It's hard to detach yourself from this shit. But I always tell myself I ain't gonna watch the game, but I end up watching it, and I see dumb shit every day.
Right, when it comes to detachment, this is what I think. When it comes to detachment, I ain't detaching my fandom from the team. I'm detaching
not that.
I'm detaching my emotional maturity from the team.
Oh, yeah.
I be an asshole when the Saints lost. Don't be around me.
No. Look. I will never burn a jersey. I'm not a Cowboy fan. I would never burn a jersey. I would never throw a jersey in the trash can. I got old jerseys. I got Raphael Bush. I got old jerseys, dude. I would never burn a jersey. I'm saying I'm trying to get it's hard for me to get my emotional feelings detached. Because if the Saints lose, they go to the grocery store and you say something on Loud 9, it's 10 on Loud 9. That's how I get down. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. Like when that Minnesota Miracle shit, what happened? Man, shut the fuck up. You saw what happened.
Well, see, my emotions was different back then, but now under this Dennis Allen era, like I can't get mad when we lose. To me, every loss is kind of like, okay, he digging his own grave. You know, he's sinking his own ship. It's a matter of time.
But no cap, I'm not getting mad when we losing with Dennis Allen. I'm getting mad when we lose with Dennis Allen and they steady keeping his ass and not. We're saying, you saying, if I'm in a job, dude, I hire you to do some shit, a specific thing, you're not doing it. This is trash. I gotta find somebody else. I'm gonna count my losses. They're not counting their losses. That's what's pissing me off. You just saying, well, maybe he need to flip this guy. Well, maybe he need to turn this way. Maybe he need to run this way. No, you and a million to keep. Dude, that's frustrating as fuck. That's frustrating as fuck.
We got 57 people up in here watching, man. If y'all like the content, go ahead on and like the video. It help out the channel a lot. If y'all not subscribed and y'all like the content, go ahead on and hit the subscribe button. We got actually two these contents creators up in the stream right now on the camera. I'm gonna let them plug in their channel while they here. Y'all ain't gotta get off. I'm not about to end the stream or nothing, but while y'all here, you know, go ahead on and tell the people where they can find y'all platform. You could go first, Kofi.
You can find me. Appreciate that, Cap.
Got Wix TV says, my guy with the Saints hoodie on. I just subbed to your channel today. Video I seen today. Keep going. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go first, Kofi. Plug in your channel and then you go after them, T Dirty.
Appreciate that, no cap. Appreciate you, Wick TV. You can find me at Kofi at KOFI on YouTube. Literally like that. KOFI.
All right. What could they be expecting from your Saints content channel when they come subscribe?
I got a lot of Pels stuff. I talk about Pels and Saints basically. So I'm starting to do that on a daily basis while I got time before I get ready to join this fire department. But like other than that, yeah, you're gonna expect a lot of Saints content. So yeah.
All right, T Dirty, go ahead on and plug your channel and tell them what they can expect when they come to your platform.
And look here. YouTube T Dirty. TDIIRTY00. All I do is keep the shit a hundo. I feel how y'all feel, but I say the shit y'all thinking, and I want to say it loud and proud, dog. You gonna speak the shit? I ain't sugarcoating shit. You know, if it woulda, coulda, shoulda, it is what it is. Raw shit, raw shit, raw shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It is what it is, bro. All you gotta do is hit that logo, hit the smiley face. It's gonna take you right to my page, bro.
Yeah. Any other Saints content creators or Pelicans content creators in the chat, go ahead on and plug y'all channel, man. Like me, I share the wealth with everybody, man. Like y'all
appreciate that.
Y'all go ahead, man. Real Fan Sports, he got a channel. We got Jerry G, he got a channel.
Yes.
Anybody who got a channel, go ahead on and plug your channel in the comment section and tell people go ahead on and subscribe to your platform.
Hey, shout out. Good look at no cap for the shout out, man.
Yeah, good looks, bro.
For the time spot, man. You know, I support every content creator, whether you think like what I do or don't think like I do. I just want to get more shit out there. I want to hear more shit about Saints, dog. I'm a fanatic, man. I love my team, bro. It is what it is.
Bruce Saint, what would you do if you was in Mickey Loomis' shoes right now? Like, what would be your blueprint going forward right now? Like, you know, when it comes to the roster, the draft, when it comes to the coaching staff, you, Mickey Loomis, the team is in your hands. What's your decision after tonight?
After tonight would be, I mean, I say, I guess fire Dennis Allen and then put Clint Kubiak at head coach, I guess. Shit. I mean, I look, believe me, I would not be a good general manager. But what I do know for certain is right now, Mickey Loomis, man, let's see, it's 12:13 a.m. right now. Man, he's getting down and dirty with DA right now and Gale. Good nice menage a trois going on right now. So I know that for sure.
What about you, Kofi?
Yeah, fire Dennis. I mean, what more do you have to evaluate? Like when you look at the season and the stretches, I don't want to hear these injury excuses. Get them out of here. Like
what coaches would you guys want to replace him with though? Like, is anybody come to mind?
We talked about this last time. I want T30 to go.
We're gonna take it a step at a time. First, get Dennis Allen's ass up out of there. We gonna deal with the other shit when we see who out there next. But first things first, you get his ass up out of there. I agree with Bruce Saint and what's his name? Kofi. Dennis Allen, I love. Look, I appreciate you. Leave your hat and that jacket at the door. Just go that way. We're gonna give you a popcorn ball, a candy apple. You can go that way, homie. We done with you, homie. You gotta go. You gotta go. I'm tired of Dennis Allen, bro. I'm so frustrated with this motherfucker.
Well, any last thoughts from you guys? I'm gonna go ahead on and put the link down in the chat and see if anybody else want to come on and share their thoughts. But before I do that, any last thoughts from you guys?
Go ahead.
Allen.
Yeah. Did y'all actually talk about the Dennis Allen press conference and what he said about the timeout?
I don't even Dennis Allen no more. I can't stand his face. I don't want to look at him. I can't. Whatever he say, I go to Big Q, No Cap, TJ, whatever and no Dolph. If they tell me he said something, I listen to them. I don't want to do. I will break my TV if I look at this motherfucker again. I'm tired of him. I'm so tired of him that much. I'm to that point. I'm fed the fuck up, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
that message to somebody else.
Come on here with what he said about the timeout, Brute.
He said that at the end of the second half, it was like they. What I do remember is that they threw 2 checkdowns and then they kneeled the ball, and apparently somebody called a timeout before they kneeled the ball, or something like that. And like when they asked Dennis Allen who called the timeout, he's like, I don't know. What? Huh? What the fuck? What? Oh, wait, hold on, guys. Hold on. But Mickey Loomis he's so convinced that he has control of the locker room, though. Oh my goodness, what a leader. What an alpha. Oh my God, he doesn't even know who the fuck called the timeout.
Oh my God.
So do you believe he's trying to spare somebody or he genuinely don't know?
I think he's fucking lying. I think he himself called the timeout, but he doesn't want to admit it.
I want to fight somebody.
This guy.
I knew I would make it worse for AT there.
Who
That's worse than the Saints Uber one. No.
Yeah,
cap.
right.
We in the presidential office and somebody pushed that red button. Who pushed that red button?
I'll say this though.
Who the fuck pushed it?
If we gonna keep Dennis Allen, please help us get top 5 picks so we can rebuild the damn team.
Hey, stop saying, hey Kofi, stop saying if. I don't want to keep Dennis Allen. We gotta think positive. Fuck Dennis Allen. Get rid of Dennis Allen. Woosah. Who that? Woosah.
So when the next home game?
Next home game.
Is it Carolina?
Chargers. Then
No.
Let me see.
Here.
The next home game, I'm pretty sure they could try to do what they did last year, like the Lions game, and just sell tickets and not show up and all that. Like then they're gonna feel it.
Hey, but you had a point though. You made a. I was at work on my forklift.
The Falcons.
I was at work on my forklift, and you made a point. I was like, "There's no cap right. We can't just say stop buying tickets. You got fans that are old as hell that want to see their team do something. Then you got fans that young as hell came with the Drew Brees era that want to see shit. Something like you're right. They gonna keep coming. Fans like us, like dude, like I can't convince them to not come to the game, but
I think it's the fans like us, T Dirty, who kind of in the middle. Like, you know, we ain't that much older. Like them 60-year-old people with them season tickets, they don't care. Like they just enjoy going to the game and they just gonna root no matter what is going on. And them young fans, they like, well, they still got a little bit of optimism. They like, well, maybe this could turn around. But us who kind of like in that middle, we just kind of know better, and we just kind of like we got enough time left where we could see some change get turned around possibly.
This shit is crazy, bro. This shit is so it's not that I'm negative or we're negative. It is like I said in one video I had. We're frustrated, dude. I'm not a negative person. I'm frustrated as hell because I know this thing can do, but they not doing this simple shit. It's like the fucking Nintendo Power Pad. Step, and all this shit. They just ignore us. They'll say, fuck that power play. We're going to move how we want to move. But you
Mhm.
fucking whole team. It's looking bad. We're about to become the laughing stock. When Deshaun Watson leaves, rub you the right way, we're going to become the laughing stock, dude.
I think we already transitioned into that because they laughing at us. But to me, just like what I would do is get these players right, get the old players out, start getting 1-year rentals on prove-it deals like the Lions and Texans did, and that's how I would build a team. But yeah, start with getting this clown Dennis Allen up out of here.
Man, I'm tired.
And we play the Falcons. That's our next game. So at home. So good luck with that.
What's the game?
That's the best. That's the best game to show against the
What's the best game?
We play the Falcons. That's our next home game.
Oh, they on high rise right now. We on low blow.
If our next home game got a lot of red in that dome, they ain't got no choice but to see that the fan base is fed up.
Yep.
That dome was blue last year when the Lions came.
Yep.
They still say, Mickey Loom, what he said last year. Well, the economy's bad and people can't afford to get tickets. I want to slap the fuck out of you.
Oh my god, that pissed me off.
That was terrible.
Bad dude. If the team is not putting good product on the field, we're not going to spend our hard-earned money. Because I can decide between a Saints game, groceries, or the light bill. If I say, if y'all let me down, what them?
Don't worry about the Falcons.
I mean, this is a different season, though, real fans. But this is
Atlanta will travel to. I've been to Saints and Falcons. They travel just like how we'll travel up there. They will be here, especially this year, out of the woodworks. They back a little
like
bit.
Cockroaches.
So they only come back when they team win. We're here when we're down. So that's the difference between us and the Falcons. It's gonna be a rough couple of years, y'all. It's gonna be a rough couple of years.
So
just be ready for it.
Fellas, I'm not gonna lie, I'm frustrated, man.
I've been frustrated for the previous 2 years, man.
2 years. 2 years.
I have a ball in my chest.
All I know is winning. I don't know none of this losing, but I experienced the 7 and 9 seasons, but it's not like this. This is bad. It's bad.
See, you know what the difference between back in the day losing was losing back in the day, they did something about it. This time they see us losing and they in denial, well, it's okay. You might have got burnt, but you always want to get a suntan, right? That type of shit is you're losing. What the fuck are you doing? Well, give it more time. Look beyond the burns. Look beyond the bruises. Because when you heal up, you're better. Be thankful for all of it. What the fuck, dude? I'm done with this wagon ass shit. What are we doing?
Well, shit, I'm about to get ready to put the link back in the chat. Thanks you guys for coming on the stream, man. I'm gonna let some other people get a chance to get their thoughts off before I go ahead on the end the stream completely. But appreciate all y'all for coming on the stream, sharing y'all thoughts with me on the platform, and giving y'all platform a shout out to the chat. T Dirty, go ahead and put the link down to your platform in the chat like Kofi did when you get off.
Yeah, I gotta do that.
All right, but appreciate y'all for coming on the platform, man.
All right, no problem, Cat.
Later.
Right. Go ahead on and put the link right back in the chat so other people could come in and share their thoughts on what they feel about this Saints team right now, man. It's just looking rough right now, bro. I do believe it's gonna be some good times ahead. We just going through the storm right now to get to the sunshine, and that's been my plan all along. I won't get through the storm to get to the sunshine. People call me a fake fan. They call me negative, but I just feel like I just got a different route to success. We all want to get to the same destination. You just got a different route to success than me. You might be taking a Nissan to get to your destination. I might be taking a Tesla. The next guy, he might have hitched a ride on the train. We all get to the same destination, but we just all got different routes. My route, I won't get through the storm to get to the sunshine. And right now, we just got to weather through the storm. Hopefully, we get that notification in the morning And if we don't get that notification, maybe we get it after the bye week. I'm not sure when the bye week is, but maybe that bye week come and we really could see some change. Yeah, man. Go ahead on and follow T Dirty channel, man. It's spelled exactly like how I got it up right now. Go ahead and put the link to your channel in the comment section, T Dirty. Just like Kofi did, bro. But yeah, man. If anybody want to come up in here and get your balls off, man, go ahead on and hit the link. I'm gonna bring you on. We could talk or whatever before I end the stream. And I just know everybody got a lot of stuff that they want to say, bro. Like, if you want to come and share your thoughts, come on in, bro. You got Real Fan Sports. He's in the comment section. If you want to hit the link, Real Fan, come on up in here. We could talk, man. We got Zach up in here right now, man. What up, Zach?
Oh, what's happening, man?
Yeah, man. I've been seeing you in the comment section. I said, man, I know he won't get on the stream, man.
I was bouncing back
and
and forth whether or not I wanted to or not, man. I mean, I'm gonna start off by just apologizing, man. We gave you so much shit, and you were right, man, on the money, dude. Like, you know, I still don't take back things I said at the beginning of the season, but I mean, this team, like today, it's like it was everything. Like I struggled to find like a single thing that went right during this game. I think the only two players I think that I found pulled out any type of effort into this was Orgy, who had 2 tackles behind the line of scrimmage. I think that's the only 2 tackles that we had for a loss throughout the whole entire game was by him. And then Willie Gay, he was all over the place, even though he was missing tackles. At least he was there. You know, other than that, nobody's even been near. It was just a pitiful performance from top to bottom, man.
What up, Real Fan? Shout out to you.
What up, T Dirty? How you doing, brother?
I ain't doing too well, man.
I mean, I'm not either. I'm just chilling.
And you know what, Real Fan? It's not the losses. It's the fact that you're losing with the same shit you refuse to change. That's what's getting me pissed off. That's what's making me mad. You see what the problem is, but you don't want to do nothing about it. That's why I'm mad.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to be pissed off about, man. I mean, like you said, the fact that, you know, you had Mickey Loomis come out earlier this week, you know, saying his bullshit that he said, excuse my language, during his little interview, saying, oh, you know, you need to look past the results. Well, what does that exactly mean? Because I thought you evaluate football by wins and losses. So like, so that confused the hell out of me, you know. And then if what Pammy had said earlier, what up, Pammy? I don't think I actually typed it in chat, but hey, Pammy. I think she typed in chat. I don't know if she was just assuming or if it actually was said, because I didn't watch the post game presser. I didn't want to hear DA's voice ever again. But he said he wasn't feared of losing his job. Like, you should be. And if you don't have that feeling based off of how the games have played out, like, I understand losing the offensive line that we have is definitely a big ordeal. And I know that's going to factor into a lot of the losses. I mean, we got a center right now that was on the practice squad of probably the second worst offensive line in the NFL, which is the Jets. You know, we're the first. They're the second. And we go and grab him because that's how desperate we were. Then we lose Sanfrenetti or whatever, how you pronounce his name. We lost him too. So, like, I understand that those things are going to happen. But whenever you have players going out there and not having any type of effort, the first thing you're going to look at is the coach. Like, coach, you're not getting them prepared for these games. You know, now, and you know, in my comment, I also mentioned how it's the player's fault too, because you got to have a little bit of dignity and pride as well. Like, you got to come out there with some effort, man. I mean, and as a coach, you shouldn't allow them to go out there and miss a catch and smile after it and jog to the sidelines and, you know, walking around on the field, doing lazy shit. It's like, it leads to, it doesn't just lead to bad performance. It also leads to injuries when you're not locked in. That's why we're getting players getting hurt left and right. We got a Debo now out. Like, all this stuff, you follow the trail back. It's to the coaching staff. It's to the upper office. You know, all that is there. Besides
injury, I can't think of one player that got benched. Like, just
no one's been held accountable.
The only way you get benched is you get hurt. That's it. Yep. You don't get benched. You don't get benched off a poor performance. If I was a coach and I see Postal Debo with all that holding and shit, I'll put it to the side. You Kool-Aid, get up in there. And if you keep grabbing people, you're not gonna ever get back in there. Learn how to beat your man without grabbing him.
There was one play, I think it actually was a Debo one as well, where they had a run. I think it was McLaughlin, and he goes out to the right side, and the Debo's getting held up by the right tackle, and he just kind of got a palm on his jersey, like nothing crazy, and he ain't even trying to fight through it. He's just sitting there like, all right, well, let's allow the offensive player to make the decision on where he wants to go, and I'm just going to sit here and wait for something to happen. Like, there's no intensity, there's no effort. It's really just sad, man. It's
real
sad.
Fans, you know what I saw, real fans?
Yeah.
This whole team gave up. Last week, the defense gave up. What I saw this week, tonight, was the whole team just had no effort. They didn't give a damn. It's like Kamaro's getting stopped in the backfield. It's like nothing was.
He shouldn't even have been playing. Why, as a head coach, why are you letting him play with a hip injury, a broken rib, and a broken hand?
They ain't even paid this man, and he playing like that.
Kamara, this is the first time I say Kamara's an idiot. I told him no. I ain't playing. I have good respect on AK for wanting to be out there, but no reason in hell he should have been there.
Yo, if I'd have had a Hank nail, I'm like, nah, I ain't playing. This just a fucking joke right now. It's funny because you see the problem, but you're not doing nothing about it. You're like, you know what? It's gonna work itself out. Amen.
Zach, a lot of players quitting on Dennis Allen, like how the Chargers players quit on Staley last year.
I think it's a pretty damn good comparison.
I actually was rooting for the Broncos to score like 3 more times. Because
you know what's hilarious? Whenever we score with Hainer, me, Duff, and Nam, we were all joking. We're like, here we go. Now we're gonna have everybody saying Hainer needs to be the next starter next week.
What Duff was doing in the live?
Dolph was going from wanting to cuss and yell and scream to just hands in the head to the palm to just let me just talk normal. Like he was like, man, he's like, I can't even go through it. He goes, man, I'm just gonna make fun of my Dallas family since we beat them and we're this bad. He's like, that's all I got at this point, Yeah, Dolph was going through it, man. I felt bad for him. We invited him. He wasn't even going to go live. He didn't want to do nothing for the game because he knew it was going to be a shit show. We convinced him to come join us, and I felt bad, man.
Dude, I normally like to grill for the football games and shit, bro. My wife was like, "You want to put some on the grill?" I said, "Nah, I'm putting this shit on the cast iron in the house. These niggas ain't finna make me fire no grill up." Fuck that. Well, look
at that damn charcoal to heat up.
Fajitas and noodles for their asses.
Exactly. I'm asking a lot of people who are their cornerstone players going forth, man. Who are your cornerstone players coming forth? And I'm interested to see, is Olave your cornerstone player? Because a lot of people are kind of out on Olave. I don't know, man.
No, man. I think that is one of the biggest mistakes that Derek Carr is doing right now, is that not finding Olave. Olave had up until the injury was the best spacing in the NFL, like by the widest margin. So like he just wasn't looking his way. I think Derek Carr is still holding on to his feelings a little bit about him and Olave's conversation last season. I don't think that's cleared out. He only wants to look towards Shaheed, made things become easily readable. The one thing that I really like to
is it that or is it Olave is not the first or the second read?
And that I don't know either, because I don't know the playbook, so it very well could be. It very well could be. I mean, we know that with Clint Kubiak, he likes a style player like our coach. He likes a style player like Rashid Shaheed, speedy guy, kind of can do things out in space and stuff. But the one thing we've been missing is just a sure hands wide receiver. We got that in Olave, and he showed out in the game. I think it was either week 2 or week 3. He had someone was talking shit about him, and he came out and made some phenomenal grabs. So Olave's got him in him. As far as cornerstone players, I consider Olave still there. I think Olave is the best thing that we got at the moment. I'm still not. My opinions about Rashid Shaheed, whether they're whether how y'all take him is true or not, but I still don't know if he's a bona fide wide receiver 2. I think he's a wide receiver 3 gadget player that can be used in certain things, in those deep routes for a surprise, but not whenever you're targeting him 7-8 times a game.
So you think we have our wide receiver 3 on the roster, and it's Rashid Shaheed. We just don't have our wide receiver 2.
That's
And
exactly what I
Olave is
think.
your
And
wide
I've said,
receiver one.
and I've said that since the beginning of the season. That I
So
think we're missing
Olave
wide
your
receiver
bona
two.
fide alpha wide receiver one.
Nope.
I think he is right now. I think he is. I don't think he's got enough targets to prove me wrong.
We need
How many catches versus targets has he has? I don't think he's dropped the
Yeah.
ball this
Yeah.
year.
body possession receiver. We don't have it. We got speed on both sides. Yes, we got speed. That's it.
So T Dirty, you feel like Olave is Devontae Smith, but we need our DK. We need our AJ Brown.
We need goddamn what's his name? Yeah, DK, whatever that dude. What's the dude in Seattle? That big motherfucker.
Yeah, DK.
Somebody's gonna go up and grab that bitch and put it down. Right now, they know that these guys got speed, so they gonna cover their asses. But you can cover Michael Thomas all the time, right? You can cover him all you come down with the ball. We need that.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
way.
we don't have that. We don't have that.
So who your cornerstone players, Zach?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Olave. I think Fuaga's done enough for me to be like, yeah, I think he's gonna be good. But I mean, if you mean by like player of the future, I think Fuaga is still that. Outside of that, on the team, on offensive side of the ball, I really don't know. I don't know if any of those guys belong there. I mean, I still want to see more out of Rattler. Like I said earlier, it's hard to like really judge him whether or not he's playing really good or really bad because of how bad the team is. It's like I try to just focus on the good, and the good thing is that he fits the build of what NFL quarterback looks like today. Mobile, gets out of the pocket really well, can kind of break a couple tackles, extend the play. He's still going to have his rookie mistakes as expected. I think he has a nice zip on his ball, but he's still making a couple stupid things, but it's hard whenever you get pressured in 1.5 seconds. So I mean, I'm still up in the air for that. I can't judge him yet because I haven't seen him in a even decent situation. It's just been in a horrible one. Defensively, man, I don't know. It just feels like all the guys that were cornerstone before are just gone. Like DeMario Davis, we're starting to see his downfall. Father Times finally seems like it's catching up to him a bit. Tyrann Mathieu missing a wide open interception. It's not the first one that he's missed this year either. It's been a couple. He actually should hold the interception record by now if he would have caught the 3 that went straight in his hands and out this season. Kool-Aid we haven't seen enough of. With the Debo going out, we'll get to see more of him. That'll be a good judgment point from him. On the line, defensively, at the beginning of the season, I was thinking Breesy was solid and straight, but you pointed out the run defense and how he struggles with that, and I honestly just wasn't even thinking about it. And you're right, dude. He can't stop anything off the middle.
Should we trade Trace and put him on the end? The Lions could use an end right now.
Could be. How would he function in the end? You think he'd be good out there?
He's a good pass rusher. I think he's
a good pass rusher too.
I mean, he obviously can't stop the run. Like teams are scheming to go at him. So I think the jury is out. Like I think
can't be in the middle.
The jury is out on Dennis Allen too. I think that motherfucker been overrated, dog. I think that motherfucker been overrated. He just had good players and they was in their prime. Like he just so happened came when DeMario Davis was in his prime, Cam Jordan in his prime, Lattimore. We hit Marcus Williams. We had Malcolm Brown. We were shutting down the run, ain't giving up a 100-yard runner all season long. We got rid of Malcolm Brown. We couldn't stop the run since then. He's good when it comes to the secondary. He's good when we got a lead, but he can't stop the clutch. He ain't got a pass rush. He ain't got an exotic blitz package. All he do is just send guys to go do
a latte. He just sends a latte. That's it. That's the only blitz package you guys. A latte. Yeah, a latte. You go to this right side right here in between this gap there, and then that's it. That's the only blitz that I've seen out of him the last 3 games. And now that they picked up on him, he's not even getting there. Yeah, or DeMario. You're right.
Yeah. And he can't stop the run. The jury is out. He cannot stop the run. Can't stop good tight ends. Can't stop mobile quarterbacks. You can't stop all this, and they're not tackling. Come on.
Look here. Let me go get something to eat for y'all. Spoil my appetite talking about Dennis Allen. I'm going to get something. I'm hungry. I'm starving. I'm still going to be listening, dude, but I'm going to go get something to eat. And I'm
all right, T Dirty.
All right, man. Take it easy, brother, man.
All right, dog.
Hey, don't forget your blood pressure meds, man. Get that shit back down.
I think he overrated, bro, and everybody was just giving Spags all that flack for them 7 and 9 seasons with them defenses, but we didn't have no talent on them defenses. And Cam Jordan was a pup back then. We were having guys like Corey White and Brandon Brown and just all of Jason David. Like, man, we didn't have no talent. Now he got that talent over there with the Chiefs. Now look at what he's doing. Is Dennis Allen overrated, or am I just prisoner of the moment?
Man, you might be right. It's like I'm trying not to think with like emotions, because right now I'm thinking this dude has never been in the league in the first place. But that's what I'm saying. What has he done good? There's nothing, man.
What's a playoff signature win that Dennis Allen had? Was it maybe the Eagles game where Marshawn Lattimore caught the pick when Alshon Jeffrey slipped? Like,
right.
What's a
well, like because once you start thinking about coaching, like when I start thinking about coaching, I'm thinking about the play calling and the situation when you do it. I mean, having the players, do their job by, being able to jump the routes and preparing them to do that. That happens in practice, and that does, says to their talent as a player. But the scheming, like you said, now that you break it down, I mean, we don't have no crazy blitz packages. They're very outside of, like we said, the Alante one that caught him off guard twice. Now, since then, Alante hasn't even gotten close. We're running zones in situations that people feel like we should run man. We're running man situations. We feel like we should run zone. Like it's like there's no adjustments. It's kind of like, we're just going to go out there. We're going to play this because this is how I play it. And then we're going to hope it's going to work out, even though it's obviously not. So, and parts of me thinks you're right. I think he's overwhelmed. I think the pressure has gotten to him. And I think that's the reason why he shouldn't be coaching, not head coaching.
It's Thursday. Well, technically it's Friday. So in the morning, it's Friday, Freaky Friday. You woke up in Mickey Loomis's body. You Mickey Loomis. What would you do, Zach, as far as the team is going? We got a mini bye. Like, what would you do as far as the roster construction? What would you do how to play out the rest of this season? What would you do from a coaching staff standpoint? What would you do from a draft standpoint? What would you do when it comes to the players that you might think about putting on a trading block? What would you do?
Yeah. To be honest, at this point, I don't think there's in my mind like anyone, because like we have to go into a full we really need to go into a full rebuild, and I've been wanting to avoid that my whole life. Like I just don't want to see it, just because I know that it's not always pretty. And that sometimes it could take 5-6 years. Like it ain't always, 2-3 years and then we're back to playing good football. It doesn't always work that way. There's not always good coaches. Good coaches don't just grow on trees. So I think everybody's up there. I think literally everybody. I don't see anyone that I'm like that is either in the youth stage, like unless they're like just a bona fide rookie that I'm for sure keeping, and that's just because their contract is friendly. Like you're looking at moving whatever can move to get you picks, get you youth, and start setting up for a rebuild. But none of that can happen until you have the head coach of the future. Because if you have DA make all those picks, then what the fuck we got? Same shit we're dealing with right now. The first thing first has got to be the coach. Coach has to go. I know you were asking, is it Kofi? Who would replace him and stuff like that. It's like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know if Clint Kubiak could be somebody that could replace him. I don't know if his intensity's there. He's not typically an on-field coach. He's normally up in the box. So like, I don't know if he has that. Yeah, that's someone that Dolph was talking about too. I'm not super familiar with how he runs things, but he said that whenever good things happen, that's normally the guy they crowd around. So maybe it's that. It's like I don't know. Like if we do that and then let Clint do his magic with what picks he wants and stuff like that, go through a draft where it favors him, and then rebuild the defense however we need to do it. I don't think anyone's safe, man.
Do we need to rebuild? Do we need to rebuild, or can we just retool? I think the Falcons, they retooled. I think the Bucs, they retooled. They just went and got them a quarterback. I think the Falcons went and got them a quarterback for currently, and they got a quarterback for the future. And they just made a few. They made a few plays on defensive end. I mean, not defensive end. They made a few plays on free agency, And right now, it's looking like they really trying to gun after Max Crosby. Max Crosby, he fouled a lot of Falcons players today, supposedly. So,
yeah. I mean, I don't know, dude. I feel like we've been trying to retool for the last 4 years.
Well, we've been retooling with continuity. The only thing we did out of the realm of differently is just brought in Derek Carr. But other than that, we just been doing the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, we brought in Derek Carr, brought in.
Well, we did bring in Kubiak.
Brought in Tyron, brought in Kubiak, brought in Willie Gay, brought in, like we have done some changes, but I almost just feel like it's too far gone, man. I just don't know. Like what Atlanta did, I mean, they kind of got into a lucky situation where Kirk got hurt and they were ready to move on from the Vikings. So you grab a competent quarterback who statistically wise is like similar to what a Derek Carr would be, but they also went and grabbed the Michael Penix, who we've yet to see. We don't know how that's going to be in the next couple of years. So that could also be a bust. So we don't even know if that'll work or not, because, a lot of people really don't think that he's going to be a great NFL quarterback, but there's no telling. We missed on it seems like we've missed on our backup running back behind Alvin Kamara. He did have a couple good runs today, but he has trouble staying healthy. We'll see how that pans out. Wide receivers, we are nothing past the two. Bub Means has shown some moments where he's been okay. He's caught some good balls that are thrown a little too high towards him, and a couple toe taps, that were decent. But then we also had that one play today where it was up the right sideline where he lost the ball in the air and then ended up not even be able to get an effort onto it. And that's something that can't happen. It's like, so I think we're so far gone, not just like what our starting unit is, but like our depth on every position except for maybe our secondary is just depleted. And what do you think? I mean, I don't know. Like that's my thoughts. What do you think?
I mean, I think no matter what's going to happen, I think that the injury excuse is built in for Dennis Allen. Like all these injuries that we getting, I feel like as long as we getting the injuries, I think he's happy deep down inside because he's like, okay, this is saving my job, boy, because nobody in the league is dealing with this. So, this is my built-in excuse. And as long as we keep losing and Carr not playing, I know Carr like, well, shoot, I'm happy because when I was in the game, we was 2-2. We was 2-2 when I was in. We was at 500. So
yeah.
I think their job is pretty much gonna be safe. They're gonna run it back. They're gonna look at that 2-0 at the beginning of the start, and they're gonna be like, well, as long as we relatively healthy, we could just run it back and then make a run. But I think.
But it's not even about being relatively healthy. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like losing the amount of O-linemen we did is unprecedented. I mean, you're going on a fourth string center now and all that stuff. This is very unprecedented. It's hard to win for any team. Like regardless of who you have, unless you have a Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson or somebody crazy like that can just make things shake. It's gonna be hard regardless. And that's why, like, with my comment, which I think got like misinterpreted when I said it, I wasn't saying that Derek Carr wasn't a problem. I just said that I don't think Derek Carr is the main problem. I don't think our main problem right now, like it was last year, I could see where people were going at with Derek Carr being the main problem. This year, I don't see as him being the main problem. I think it's everything else. I think it's coaching staff. I think it's offensive line. The issues with Derek Carr is the biggest issue for Derek Carr for me this year. Outside of that duck that he threw, what was it, 2 games ago? Outside of that duck he threw is just being afraid to take a hit. Like sometimes you just got to take the sack, or you need to throw the ball away. And if your arm ain't strong enough, you got to just take the sack. Just take the hit. It's better to be third and 14 than turning the ball over and giving them inside, your territory. And that's things that he's made that mistake, but not just once, but twice in 3 games in a row. He did the exact same thing. Instead of just taking the hit, decided to try and make something happen, try to get it out of bounds or whatever he tried to do, and it just didn't work. That's just stupid. That's not something a veteran does. That's what a rookie does, or a second, third year quarterback does. Not a veteran. Not when you've been in the league for 9 years.
Yeah, man, I agree. Like, people say, "Oh, well, Derek Carr can't play good when it comes to pressure." No quarterback play good when it comes to pressure, especially up the middle. But him, he does things that other quarterbacks, don't really just do like that. Like he just throws stuff up like out of fear, and
Can't do
that's
that.
not gonna work if you trying to just bomb it to Shaheed all the time. And sometimes you don't even try to bomb it; you just throw it in the middle of the field, or just trying to throw it away. But you can't be doing that, especially if you're talking about going to the playoffs. Dennis Allen never won more than 3 games in a row. In the playoffs, he would have to win 3 to 4 games in a row to win a Super Bowl, and that's going against the best of the best. And the best of the best front sevens, and you got Derek Carr doing that? Like, how far do you
No. Yeah, no, he's not. No, he's not a Super Bowl quarterback. No, by any means, he's not that. He's not that. I don't think. And people that like, I was a big I'm a Carr fan. I wouldn't say a big fan, but I was a Carr fan whenever he came over. I was happy to have him over. I thought it was a good segue quarterback. I thought it was guy bring in, have him for 3. Yeah, we overpaid for him. Have him for 3 years. Hopefully, we draft somebody or something happens and we grab someone else. Like, cool, straight. Yeah, he makes a lot of those stupid just tosses it up, and you're right. He just throws it up, and like it's not even to anybody. Sometimes it's just like, oh yeah, let me just throw it down the middle into triple coverage. It's like that's his escape path on every play. It's like middle of the field to either Shaheed or Tipton, regardless if they have two deep safeties or not. I'm just gonna throw it up there and see what happens.
What's the
Good
chances?
football players don't do that. You progress down the field, and that's something that we haven't had really since Drew. That we've just been able to just progress down the field, even in the games that we've won. How often did we actually just progress down the field? It wouldn't be like, a couple runs here, we'll gap 12 yards, then we'll go ahead and get a pass for 15. Pass the 10, get it out of bounds, set it up. No, it's like we are either. Our defense either put us in good spots from the turnovers in those first 2 games that had us only needing 40 yards for a touchdown, or we threw a 45-yard bomb to somebody down the middle or up the sidelines, and then we get put in good spots. We're not actually progressing the ball. It's almost like fake good football that we were showing.
The only time I've seen us methodically moving the ball down the field is when we had good running plays and when Taysom Hill was in the game. Other than that, you take away them big old holes that we was getting with Alvin Kamara, which to our credit, that's what we supposed to be doing for him. And, you take away Taysom Hill, it's just like, oh shit, you put Clint Kubiak in handcuffs. You're like, well, damn, I can't do shit. I can't do my magic trick now. How am I supposed to do my magic trick and I'm in my handcuffs? But
very
I
true.
really feel like it was just so alarming that teams been moving the ball on us, and this Broncos offense and Sean Payton outdated offense with little playmakers on it was just moving the ball on the Saints at ease all night. Both Knicks, he played a damn good game in my opinion. He was running the ball. He was making some good passes. He let a few go that was wide open that I felt like, damn, if he would have hit these guys, that would have been either a touchdown or definitely would have been close in the red zone. And he had that one pass to Tyrann Mathieu that was almost a pick. But besides that, he played a damn good game. But they was moving the ball on us, and the defense was relatively healthy. Yes, Adebo had got hurt. Yes, late in the game, Marshawn Lattimore got hurt. But besides that, the defense is relatively healthy. And you let the Broncos, one of the worst ranked offense, move the ball on you at ease in a do-or-die game.
It's the difference between good coaching and bad coaching. And I mean, that has a little bit to do with DA, but it also has a good bit to do with Clint. And that's why I also have my little bits of concerns with him. But I don't think San Francisco's offensive line has always been pretty stout. Like he needs that good offensive line. We just don't have that. We can't win games in the trenches. Let's not try and fake. Like I saw some Broncos fans come here when I first popped in. The Broncos are not a good team. Like they're 4-3 now, whatever their record is. Like it's not like they're a great team, but they are a well coached team. Defensively, they held their own. They were able to get the run game going, but that's also because Sean Payton has watched a lot of film and he knows what the Saints' weaknesses are. So what did he do? He attacked those weaknesses. We don't attack those weaknesses. I mean, they have no Patrick Surtain today. Why are we not attacking in that manner? Like, why are we not trying to progress the ball downfield? And then, like you said, they obviously were either just had no competence in willing to run the ball, or they just were scared of Alvin getting too many touches, which they should have been because he should have been playing. But that's why you have 2 other running backs on the squad. Like, you got to run the ball. I think we only ran the ball maybe 12 times the whole entire game. You can't do that.
Yeah,
It allows them to. It allows they don't have to play true. They don't have to play true defense. They just know, like, oh, you're just gonna pass it. Okay, cool. We'll either blitz the quarterback since your line is ass, or we'll play cover 3, and then you ain't gonna find no pockets for a quarterback that's a rookie and new and doesn't understand how to read the NFL defense yet, because it's harder, it's faster.
Yeah, those touches Jamal had, I think, should have went to Kendrick, man. You see a night and day difference when it comes to the juice that he had. But did I ask you what's the percent chance we see Jake Haener
you hadn't asked me. I think we do, if you want to be honest. I think we do. I think I don't know what the extent of that hip injury was for Rattler, but he definitely looked uncomfortable right there. And I would say the smart thing is to even give Haener the ball instead of risk Rattler, who I think has a higher ceiling than what Haener does. I mean, Haener looked a little more comfortable in that pocket, but that's also like such a BS thing to say because it's the end of the game and the Broncos already knew it was won. They ain't sweating, right? You know, he wasn't even really getting pressured much because they were up by 30. So why would they? Why would they trip over it? They aren't going to.
Yeah, man. Yeah, another storyline for a Saints content creator. We'll never be able to run out of discussions with this team.
No, not at all. I've already seen it like all over Twitter and Facebook and everything like that. And then you got the people arguing, yeah, no, Haener's better. I'm like, he played 2 minutes in a game that was already lost. I was like, yeah, of course he looked better.
And the Chargers, they got a good defense themselves,
and they got a great run game. We're gonna how many rush yards did we allow? I think we allowed 500 rush yards over the last 8 innings or not. What was it? 8 innings? It was something ridiculous. They put it up on the screen. Let me see if I can figure it out. Yeah, they're gonna tear us up on the run.
And see, when it comes to the injuries, I feel like, okay, let's just say you lost to the Bucks. Let's just say you lost to the Chiefs. You should have put yourself in good position for wiggle room and room for error if you beat the Atlanta Falcons, who was just as injured as you. They didn't have, 2 of their starters on their offensive line. They didn't have their center. They still went out there and they won the game, regardless of how you feel on how they got it done. They got it done. The Eagles, I honestly feel like they were more injured than us. They had 2 people injured on the offensive line. Lane Johnson, he's one of the better offensive linemen in the league.
A receiver.
Yeah, they didn't play with A.J. Brown the whole game. Devontae Smith got injured in the beginning of the 4th quarter. So it was like, okay, this team, just as injured, if not more injured than us. And you let both of them games slip. Had you won both of them games, you'd have had wiggle room and room for error to lose some of these guys due to injury. And you can afford to give up a loss to the Chargers and a loss to the Broncos because it's AFC teams. Now, yep. Do I think that we're a legit injured team right now? Yes. Is it an excuse right now? Yes. But back then it wasn't, and you still wouldn't get the job done. No. Back then it was just McCoy, just Taysom.
Yeah. And as that whole like storyline grows, right? Like, okay, you lose to the Eagles, should have won. Right? We still should have won. Like even though it wasn't pretty, we still should have won. All the stats goes to it. That Atlanta game, that is an embarrassing of a loss. At that point, you have got to come out and stop making excuses because you're injured. Everybody's injured. It's the NFL. Good teams, when you get an injury, you coach your teams up and get them ready for the next game, and you make things happen the way it's got to work. It's now 5 games in a row that we have lost. It's 5 games in a row. How long are you going to blame injuries? Like I 1 game, 2 games, injured. That's your excuse. That's your reasoning. People are still trying to figure it out. Cool. It happens. Might be lazy, but cool. It happens. 3rd game, 4th game, 5th game. No.
Yeah, man. I really feel like they're going to give him the injury excuse and run that in the ground. And if that don't work, they're going to be like, oh, well, you got to look at the situation he came into. It wasn't good drafts prior to him coming, but I wasn't hearing none of these things, when we was 2-0. I wasn't hearing none of these things, but it is what it is right now. Like I'm gonna still definitely watch this team week in and week out, not just because I'm a content creator, because I'm a Saints fan, and
Right.
with the injuries, is sometimes it gives evaluation to see what you got with other players. To me, yes. Do you have a fighting chance when you go out there with a roster like that? It's more slimmer, but you get a chance to really see what Above Memes got. We really get a chance to see what we got in the Mason Tipton. Do we really need a wide receiver 3? That's going to be what we really could talk about. We're going to have Kool-Aid going out there against Justin Herbert. We're going to see if we got to move on from Paulson and Debo. It might have hurt his trade stock now. I'm not sure if a team going to want to trade for him now, but we need to definitely probably got to trade Marshawn Lattimore if we want to get something back from him, because if you look at his numbers, elite numbers.
Oh, yeah, he's not even getting targeted because no one can throw to him. Yeah.
I mean, gotta trade him while he has value.
Yeah. I mean, I'm right there with you, man. Look, apparently it's time for bed. I got my lights set to an alarm clock. But this is the way I'm looking at it is, I think anybody and everybody's name's on the chopping block, and I want to see effort out of every single player. And I know like this is like a thing where it's hard to do, especially if you're not, on the ride and willing to back your coach or your situation or anything like this. But at the end of the day, you're still playing in the NFL. You're still playing for a check. You're playing for your pride, your dignity as a person, as a player. I want to see more effort out of everybody. There's just, tackling is more than a coaching issue. It's a player issue, and players have got to figure out how to tackle and get into space a little bit faster. Hopefully these excuses don't pile up and then lead to another season with DA as head coach. I don't know if it'll happen with Derek Carr being the quarterback. I don't know the whole contract stuff. I don't study all those type of things. I mean, I don't think he should be there. But I also don't know if I've seen enough from Rattler or Hayner to be like, okay, they make that jump now. But I am ready to see something new, so I don't care. Like if Derek Carr's situation is good where we can move him or get rid of him, whatever, we just take the bullet, then let's effing do it. Like let's have something different, because right now this has been the most mediocre 3 years of being a Saints fan that I've ever experienced. It's not even fun. Like Root Saints said, at this point, are you just laughing? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, like we were watching the game, and actually I was feeling a little bit sick earlier. I'm finally feeling a bit better, but I couldn't even really get angry. I was just sitting here and like,
that stream is on your channel, right? That stream is on your channel with Dolph. I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. When Dolph get emotional, that it'd be so funny to me. Like that
it wasn't even funny. That's how bad it was. It wasn't emotional. He was just literally just kind of like, fuck. Like damn, it's
that game last year with the Packers, man. It was so.
Oh funny. Yeah,
he was like that goddamn defense.
I was watching that. Yeah, he wasn't even getting angry. That was the craziest part. That's how you know it's just we're down bad right now, bro. It's just like
he asked me to come on his show and do a joint with him, and I was like, yeah, I'll come on. But he must have got a change of heart, and he must have did not.
He did,
because my messages wasn't going through, so I don't know if he turned his phone off or what. But I don't know, bro.
I think he's going to go live for the Chargers game next weekend. So I think I'm going to try and join him if I'm able to. I don't know what I got planned for the weekend, but I think I'm going to join him then, and that'll probably be a shit.
Everybody numb at that point. Everybody numb. When nobody feel any pain at that point. But before I let you go and get up out of here, man, what's your thoughts on the Twitter tweet that went viral with the Uber driver thing? If you're not
sure. Yeah. I did see that. I mean, I don't know what's true with any of that stuff. I believe it, but I also don't believe a player just like openly just told an Uber driver like, yeah, we're unless it's just a bottom name player or something like that. No one's just telling an Uber driver like, yeah, dude, we all hate DA. Like, man.
I mean, you wouldn't expect that to get out like this though. But this is a social media world we living in. Like 20 years ago, this wouldn't have got out like that, But now we in the social media world. And it's funny because I hate DA so much. I would have came up with a story like that just to put it out there in the air.
Just to put it in there.
I would have came up and worked and just came up with a fake story and did that.
Fucking right. No, I mean, dude, like it very well could have, and and I think it's also obvious. I don't even think it needs to be said. I think it's all obvious. Like I said, with the players' effort, I mean that starts with coaching, and you know that was kind of my whole point with all the rest. It's like at this point, you need to play for your job of where either you're going to play next year, because how you play this year, if things start to move and everybody starts getting moved around, you playing for a contract next year, you got to go out there and start playing. And you know, whether it's with the Saints or if it's with another team, like, you know, have some dignity and some pride going into it. Because I'll tell you what, right now there's about 4 people on that offensive line that ain't gonna have a job in the NFL anymore. There's about 6 people on the defense that probably could do without a job next year too, just with the lack of effort. I mean, it just don't look pretty right now. Just don't look pretty right now. It sucks. They said Debo broke his femur. A femur? Is that how bad it was?
What's that?
No way. Femur is your upper leg bone. It's like normally the only way you can break a femur is like a car crash.
So was that like career threatening? Or?
That's it. Yeah. It, depending on how bad it is. If it's just like a hairline fracture or something, he probably could be okay. But like, if it's a break, then yeah, no, he might not play
wrong because it was taking so long for him to come off that cart. Like I went and did something, came back, and he was still on the ground before he got on the cart. And
they brought out this it's like this I forget what exactly it's called, but it's you basically pump air into it, and it's to help like you're pushing flow and blood through the muscle, and then also keeping everything tight. That way, nothing moves. They brought that out. Yeah, you don't see that come out often. It definitely was. Yeah. That's not good, man. That sucks. I hope he's okay.
I wish he have a speedy recovery, and that damn sure hope this don't be career threatening, because this is a contract year he was in, man, and it just sucked because you know he could have had that contract and set his family up, man. I definitely hate this.
And that's big too, because the way the NFL works, you got to play for a certain amount of years to get, you know, health insurance for for the rest of your life and stuff like that. It's a big deal. It's a big deal getting that second contract. It's a big deal.
A lot of people got these Ben Johnson hopes and dreams. Ben Johnson is the Caleb Williams of coaching. This dude hasn't proved anything, and he got a lot of demands. But I definitely will take him in a heartbeat. But I want to get my hopes up for Ben Johnson. Everybody putting this Ben Johnson, Robert Saleh thing in. Like I wouldn't mind Liam Cohen if he has a leadership skills. Like he's gotten Baker Mayfield on track, man, and everybody feel like Snake is compared to Baker Mayfield.
You talking about the guy that went to Carolina? Is that what you talking about?
Liam Cohen?
Yeah, who's that?
That's the coordinator for the Bucs.
Oh, right now. Well, didn't they have a different office coordinator last year that ended up going to Carolina?
Yeah, but everybody thought that was a fluke.
Yeah,
everybody thought that was a fluke with Baker, but he doing it with another guy. But this guy right here, you know, he got Baker playing very well, brother. Like he's in MVP talks right now. So,
but at this point, we need a hard-nosed head coach. We need a hard-nosed head coach that is going to hold people. I don't care who it is. I mean, I'm not familiar with everybody's game, but they need a hard-nosed head coach that's going to keep people accountable, and that's going to push them to be great, whether they like it or not. And that was like again one of the comments I was talking about earlier that just dipped weird how the league is. Like Eric Bieniemy. Right now, he's coaching UCLA, and the reason for it is because he's too hard of a coach, and that's what players came out. They didn't like how he talked to him.
Speaking of hard coaches, man, you got Tom Brady. He's trying to get the Raiders to have Bill Belichick coming. Just imagine that division with Bill Belichick.
Is he really?
John Harbaugh and Sean Payton. Like that's be crazy. But I'm about to get ready to end this stream, Zach. Man, I see your light head came on. I'm gonna keep your eyes.
It's time for me to sleep.
Go ahead on and tell the people where they can find you at and what to expect on your platform, and any last thoughts.
Yeah, for sure, man. My name's Zach. I'm the one of the hosts of Real Fan Sports. We do a multi-sports YouTube channel. We cover Monday and Thursday night football. We'll be covering NBA. We haven't set up our schedule on what days yet. We'll also be doing WNBA finals tomorrow and Sunday if it gets extended out to a game 5. We also cover sports internationally all around the world. We do a little bit of everything, man. It's kind of wild. It's kind of crazy. We got people from all over. It's weird at moments, but it's fun, man. So if y'all want to come tune in, definitely do so. at Real Fan Sports. You can find us there. We're on our goal right now, trying to get to 25K before the end of the year. We just hit 20K last month, so we're about to put on a race and see if we can do it. And then last notes, it's just look, if y'all haven't subscribed to No Cap, then I just don't know what y'all doing. You're at 320 subs right now. You definitely deserving a well over 1,000. You put up some really great content. You allow everybody to come in here, talk, say their piece and everything. You know, it's a great show. It's why I keep trying to come back. Anytime I see you live, I like to come pop in. So make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to your boy. And man, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for having me on.
All right, man. Have a good one, man. In the words of our future Hall of Fame head coach Dennis Allen, keep doing what you're doing, Zach.
No, thanks, man. That makes me feel great about myself.
All right, man. All right, man. Yeah.
Cheers.
Man. Peace, man. Yeah, man. Y'all go subscribe to Zach, man. Real Fan Sports. Zach, if you could plug your channel up in the comment section so they could get to it easy, go ahead on and do that. Y'all subscribe to all the other Saints content creators in the chat. Yeah, man. I mean, I think we covered everything, man. We've been on here for 2 hours and 25 minutes, man. Appreciate all the viewers. If you like the content, go ahead on and hit a like button on this this live for your boy. It'll help the channel out. If you're not subscribed and you've been listening to the channel, go ahead on and subscribe to me, man, and get these followers up for me. Also subscribe to Real Fan Sports. He just got his channel in the comment section. Thank you back, Real Fan. You're welcome back anytime. But yeah, man, if you're not subscribed to me, go ahead on and subscribe so I get my followers up, man. I'm trying to put up some numbers while we in this NFL season and get you guys some content. I'm looking forward to do more collaborations with other Saints content creators. I like to hear a different perspective. And even if you disagree with my takes, man, don't be afraid to come in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking. Don't be afraid to hit the link when I put the link up in the chat. Come let me know your side and what you feeling. You know, we ain't got to be talking over each other, yelling at each other. But, you know, if we disagree on something, we can agree to disagree. But I let everybody come up in here and speak their piece, man. Definitely will be doing some more content leading up to this Chargers game. It's a lot to talk about. Will Dennis Allen get fired? I don't know. I hope so. I hope we wake up in the morning, and for the people who want him fired, I hope we get that notification that we looking for. I hope we do, you know, because if we do, we could just be looking into the next era, and the future could be bright, I believe. And these next games won't just feel so hopeless and just no, you know, it like at least if we could get another head coach, we just have excitement for the unknown. That's what I want. I want excitement for the unknown. And I just want to get into this new era. That's all I want, you know. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. Thanks for y'all for tuning in. Like I say, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. If you like the content, hit the like button and help the channel out. I'm about to get ready to hit the sack, man. And to everybody out there who's listening, in the words of our legendary future Hall of Fame head coach, Dennis Allen, y'all keep doing what y'all are doing, man. I'm out. Who that?